So after pulling themselves out of the wreckage of their crashed spelljamming ship, the characters were ambushed by a group of horrific creatures. Exploring this new strange planet in search of help, they stumbled upon a village of friendly Struthai, a nomadic tribe of flightless bird folk. The peaceful enjoyment of the Strutharian culture came to an abrupt end when a stampede barreled through the village. Swooping in from above, a spelljamming ship, purple kobolds, came to their rescue. And that's where we're going to pick up where we left off. Zarin, clasping hands with this purple kobold on the end of this rope ladder hanging from the spelljamming vessel that's hovering above you. The kobold kind of tightens his grip around your wrist. And Zalath, I believe you were standing right next to Zarin when all this happened. Was that true?
I think I was following Zalath, so yeah. I think that's
Zalath is
correct.
very, very close.
He's reaching down to lift, and I think Cleo just been kind of lifted slightly below him on the thing. So,
okay. So, and I can't remember. I know Cecil was stuffed into a crack in the side of the wall below, and I think that Cleo picked up one of the little Strutharian folk.
I got a little baby on me.
And was running away.
I was standing down there waiting for Cleo to pull her up.
And so when this kobold grabs a hold of Zarin, there's some extra ladder kind of hanging at the bottom. And the purple kobold looks at you, Zalath. It's just like, grab a hold!
Okay, sure. Do I have Cleo in my...
Cleo is trying to shoot at some of the little creatures that are at the heels of these monsters. Yeah, I'm next to / below you, I think, a little bit.
Okay.
On
I will grab onto the
I'm
ladder.
looking for Cecil currently.
Okay, you're gonna search for Cecil. Go to make a perception check as you're looking around looking for Cecil. Rayla, what are you doing
That's good.
as this is happening?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Michael. That's a great question. Give me a second.
23.
23. Looking in the distance, you can see these little bipedal reptilian creatures that seem to be covered with blue and yellow feathers, with these straight tails shooting back. They look kind of small, but they look vicious. And you can see that they're the source of what's causing this stampede, as they're chasing after this group of animals, like large cattle, and it looks as if they're kind of nipping at a couple of the slow ones' heels. But you can see behind this dust cloud, there's a little blue ooze, and you see a pile of clothes laying outside the crack.
You're muted, Jamie.
Can I hear this calling?
I think I'll also shoot an arrow next to him so that he can line of sight see where I'm at.
It's a little muffled, but then all of a sudden you hear a as an arrow hits into the crack beside you.
And most of the stampede's gone.
Most of the stampede's gone. You can hear some little wrestling outside along the ground, and you can hear some scratches of claws as something else is running nearby.
I'm going to push all my stuff out the cracks.
Okay.
Then jump out the crack, turn into my humanoid form, grab all my stuff, and run.
Okay. By the rules, how long does it take you to get into your humanoid form?
I
Just
believe
out of
it's an
curiosity.
action.
Is it just an action to do? Okay.
Yeah, give me 1 sec. I'll make sure. Yeah, as an action.
Okay. So, all of a sudden, the crack regurgitates all these materials out into the pathway there, into the ravine. Cleo, you watch the blue ooze squeeze out.
Like toothpaste.
Yeah, like toothpaste on this crack, and starts to form. But you also notice that there is a small creature that's coming up nearby, and as Cecil is starting to form into his shape, it looks like it's getting closer.
Is it looking aggressive towards him?
It does. It's only 2.5 feet high, but it doesn't look like it's slowing down, and it looks like it sees him and is not really sure what it is, right? What's happening in front of him, and
I'm gonna shoot a warning shot right in front of it.
Okay. I'll say yeah. You just kind of like fire an arrow, and it zings by and sticks near the ground in front of this creature. The creature hops back and then looks in the direction of where it came and is only like seeing a lot of dust. And it opens its jaws, and you can see these really sharp, pointy teeth. And it's like as it turns around. Cecil, you're now in you've got your clothes on, and you can see this thing is a little bit distracted, but it's probably within like 15 feet of you.
I am going to. How wide is the ravine?
Oh, probably like 50 feet, 70 feet, something like that. In between there, I'd give it. There's a lot of space.
I'm just gonna cast darkness on the thing.
Okay. On
And
the
I'm gonna
creature.
run. Yeah, and I'm gonna run.
Okay. So the darkness kind of envelops into it's like a 30-foot radius. Is that what it is? 20-foot radius.
15-foot radius.
15-foot radius. So
Here.
30 foot is 30 foot.
Yeah.
So this orb of darkness just appears in the middle with a cat.
Sad boy.
Who is very unhappy that you're giving stream attention and not the cat. And this creature is just enveloped in darkness. Now, Cleo, you just see this orb of darkness just appear. And now you can't see the creature anymore.
Alright, I'm going to assume Cecil did that on purpose. Where are the Struthai? Are they like going up on the ship, or are they like
They're
back?
just booking it. They're running faster than the stampede. Like they are out of there.
And Zalath, you're climbing up?
Yeah, I'm on the rope ladder hanging and like just waiting to see I'll yell, come on.
I'm waiting for Cecil, and then I've got to get this kid back to its parents.
You hear the purple kobold kind of like pointing around and hollering up and saying, there's another over there! And it's like
I'll shoot
shouting.
it. Immediately.
Well, it's actually pointing to Rayla.
Okay. I go to shoot it, and I go, wait, no.
And it seems like the spelljamming vessel is starting to move, and it looks like they're kind of like staying low to try to scoop up as many of you as they can.
How far away is the I think I had just followed Zalath and everybody as they were kind of like getting up on the side of this ravine.
Yeah.
How far away is the ladder?
Not far at all. 10 feet.
Like within 30. Okay.
Mhm.
You know what? I'm gonna use my other starlight step and get myself 30 feet up directly in front of this ladder, and then just boop, grab it.
Okay, so you going like up the ladder, like above where they're hanging?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm going up as high as I
Perfect.
can with,
Yeah.
with my 30-foot teleport.
With your 30-foot teleport, you're only like 10 foot like below where the deck is. So like you're hanging up there on the ladder. The deck's another like 10 feet up. And you can see there's two other kind of like kobolds looking over, and they're purple as well.
Hi. Step aside. And I start climbing up. and
Okay,
get up there.
okay. And you climb up and you get on the deck, and it looks like the kobolds kind of like reach over and kind of help you up as you are getting on the deck of this ship. Cleo, you're kind of like there with the bow. It looks like the spelljamming ship is starting to move. Rayla's up there. It looks like they're headed kind of towards where Cecil is.
I'm gonna sling my bow and then take this child off of. I assume she's got it like piggyback right now,
Okay.
and she'll just like set him down and be like, "Somebody come get this child."
I will jump. I'll drop back down. and
To
go
the
running.
like the Struthai.
There are
Somebody.
there are a
child.
couple of Struthai that actually made it up, because you guys were like on the
Yeah.
part where you came down, so there were a couple of them that came up. So it's immediately about shouting that, you can see a couple stressed and panicked Struthai kind of come up and grab the smaller Struthai, and then look, kind of gesture a little nod of thanks to you, and look like they're starting to just book up the side of the cliff the best that they can.
Okay. I'll move along with the ship, but I'm not gonna hop up yet. I'm waiting till I
Okay.
see Cecil.
Okay. Yeah, in the it's kind of like, imagine a helicopter kind of hovering with this like cable down. It's kind of like a situation like that where the spelljamming ship is moving slowly through the ravine and trying to scoop up as many of you as possible. Getting closer to Cecil. Cecil looks like he's confidently strapping on the rest of his gear. And
I can't see him. He's the darkness.
well, the darkness is on the creature that he had, so he kind of came out of
He
that.
came out of it. Okay.
And Cecil, the ladder kind of approaches you. It looks like Zalath and Zarin have climbed up the ladder a little bit with this other purple kobold. And the purple kobold is shouting at you, "Come on, climb up!"
Okay, I just gotta finish buckling my, you know what? I'll do it later. I would start climbing the ladder.
Immediately when you grab the ladder, that's when Cleo, you notice coming out of the darkness is one of those little reptilian feathered creatures. And it rushes out of the darkness, seeing Cecil at the last minute, and goes to like jump towards him. What would you like to do?
Cleo is going to do a crazy move, and I think she's gonna like hook her leg on the ladder, like on the rope ladder, sort of like aerial silk style, so that
Okay.
it's wrapped around her leg, turn upside down and shoot it.
Oh, go for it. Make an attack roll.
Okay, girl. Get it?
Because that way I'm like attached to the ladder as it's moving, but I can still shoot it. That's 18 to hit.
That will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh wait, wrong dice. Sorry, I'm rolling my short sword and she's using her bow. That is 8 damage.
8 points of damage. So
Yeah.
this thing, it's like a slow motion effect. It sees Cecil. Cecil's like slowing down, like grabbing a hold of the ladder. And you wrap your leg around this thing as you see the creature come out. Lower yourself down, and right even before you get like fully extended, you fire your shot. And as this reptilian creature dives and jumps into the air, mouths open, ready to just bite into Cecil's leg as he's climbing the ladder, your arrow goes right in its mouth and back out the backside of its jaw. And you just hear, "Ah!" And if these blue feathers go flying, and it just goes and rolls across the ground, motionless.
Look back up and start climbing the ladder.
All right. You start
Actually, I
climbing
think
the
she'll
ladder.
hang there for a second just to make sure nothing else like jumps out at him, but yeah.
Well, at that point, the spelljamming ship starts to pick up its speed, and it starts to lift you guys out of the ravine on the ladder. So you guys start to see the distance between yourselves and the ground start to increase as you're hanging from this ladder, and you can see the purple kobolds kind of like helping you guys to climb the ladder and push behind you and kind of push you guys up the ladder. You do see coming out of that orb of darkness, there seems to be like 5 or 6 more of those little feathered little reptilian creatures that kind of run out of the darkness. One of them kind of peers up towards your ship to the side, like head cocked a little sideways, and then they all just kind of run as a pack and continue chasing the herd as it moves up. As the spelljamming ship kind of comes out of the ravine, you guys can see in the distance is still this massive dust cloud of where the stampede of these aurochs just continues through the crevice. And you can see in the distance some Shrutharian individuals have made it up out of the ravine and are just helping each other get to safety while you guys are being lifted out. And I'm going to take you guys out of the intense encounter music.
Take us out of the intense encounter music to like the epic boss battle music and
Yeah.
get our asses beat by this tiny
Yep.
kobold.
That would be very funny.
So here we go. We'll take you out of that music and just put you on something a little bit more adventure-esque. And this spelljamming vessel starts to pick up speed, and you guys see that the ground is getting farther and farther away as you are all lifted up from the ladder onto the deck of the ship, where you see not just one purple kobold, but several purple kobolds. This is a ship full of them.
Oh, my jelly friend. You okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Good.
I mean, it was a little bit scary for sure.
You almost got left behind.
Well, I would have figured it out, you know? Everything happens for a reason.
Gotta be a little faster.
Well, it was an impressive shot nonetheless.
Yeah, it was a very good
I've
shot.
never been in a stampede before. What were those creatures?
It kind of reminded me of this play that I saw one time. Can't remember the name of it though.
Hmm.
They were very interesting creatures though.
Can I like look around at like some of these kobolds? Like I don't know, the one that was like on the ladder, maybe if that one's like in charge,
Oh yeah, yeah.
or like seems like they're in charge. And I just want to like turn to them and be like, "Tell me your name."
Oh, my name? My name, Ziv.
Ziv, are you the captain of this vessel?
Yes, I am. That is me. I'm the captain.
Thank you for the save.
You almost got squashed down there.
We did.
Your service is most appreciated.
Lucky for you, we saw your ship crash.
Did you?
That is lucky for us.
I have no idea how that happened.
No idea at all?
Well, I mean, maybe somewhat of an idea, but
Oh. No.
thank you again. Thank you for the assist.
Oh,
We're actually hoping to find a way off this planet because we don't even know where we are.
You don't know where you are?
Nope.
Oh. Well, you're on Tillian.
Hillian?
Tillian. Yes,
Hillian?
Tillian.
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 Not far away from the Rock of Brawl. That's where we're headed.
What is that?
Explain what that is.
Oh, Rock of Brawl, great asteroid city. Port city, full of merchants and guilds and all kinds of good stuff. We're actually on our way there to restock. Restock on candles.
I kill myself.
You're off the ship.
Bye.
Is it okay if we tag along?
Oh, of course. Absolutely. And as you guys are looking around the ship, you notice something. Along the deck of the ship, like every railing is covered with candles. They're melted onto the railings, and they're all lit. Every single one of them.
Is the ship made out of wood? I
It is.
have concerns.
It's very safe.
Seems you all have a fascination with candles. Is there a reason for that?
Well, the one that we worship,
No.
is very inspired by the light that the candles bring.
Huh? Okay. Interesting.
Yes, that's right.
This individual would be.
Oh,
Never heard of a candle like god before.
oh no, not the candle god. It's a mysterious individual, a purple kobold by the name of Vix.
Huh. Okay.
This is everything I ever dreamed for it to be.
As close as I feel a headache coming on.
Ziv, would you show us to our chambers, please?
Oh, absolutely. Right this way.
She is instantly just acting like this is like, oh, okay, we're here. Well, then you're gonna provide us service. Like,
Yeah.
where are we staying?
I mean, they're already worshiping somebody, so I mean, maybe they can add another one.
I'm gonna go ahead and move you guys to a map.
Okay.
So you guys can get your bearings.
Listen, I told y'all we're gonna have to fight these kobolds.
I mean, we could just take their ship.
Are you guys able to see on this map?
I can see the. I can see the top deck, but I cannot see the bottom.
Got it.
I'm
Yeah, there's
assuming
like
it's the lower
there's
deck.
dynamic lighting happening.
Yeah,
there
I
is.
have the dynamic lighting set. So basically, there's not a lot of like extra chambers on this vessel. This is what you guys would recognize. This is a lamprey ship that's been kind of painted purple and embellished with these candles. And Ryla, I'm going to move you, Rayla, I'm going to move you downstairs. And so you'll be able to kind of see in here. And basically, you should be able to, do you see little door icons on
Yes, I
this lower
do.
deck? So if you click on that door that your token is next to, you should be able to open it and have access to that.
I see it. There's two
Yeah.
guys in here.
Yeah, there's 2 purple kobolds kind of chilling in there, but there's also some like cots and other things. Like just, this is like very jam-packed. Like there's just like cots upon cots upon cots, and they're little kobolds, so they don't take up much space. So the cots are all very tiny, and this is kind of like the sleeping quarters. It's like a communal little sleeping quarters that's only about maybe 10 by 10.
I follow like Rayla down and like look inside. I think I'm gonna sleep on the deck. I don't think there's enough room in here for me.
Ziv, considering my large compatriot here will be sleeping on the deck, I think it's fair that I can also take his bunk. Why don't we take 2 of these hammocks or beds or cots, whatever these are, and put them together so that I can use them both?
You know
It's only fair.
You know what? I'll let you use my chambers.
Oh, you're a dear. Wise choice.
And you see, he kind of like leads you down the hall this way, and he unlocks this this door to the left. So I'm gonna make it an unlocked door there. So you should be able to open the door to the left, and there's a much bigger bed in here, with some nice accommodations and a little table and all kinds of stuff there. Extra candles upon the table to light up the room.
How quaint.
Is there enough room in there for me to sleep on the floor in there?
Probably. It's still gonna be tight. Any room in here is gonna be tight for the Goliath.
Yeah,
that
how
makes me
tall are
feel it.
you?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
7'10".
Oh, yeah,
7'8",
you're-
something like
This
that.
room is
you
not
can.
even 10 by 10.
Yeah.
Oh,
You,
okay.
yeah.
We
I'm
can
7'3".
sleep
So I'm
on,
just
we
gonna-
can
yeah,
sleep on deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep on the deck.
Yeah.
I'll just tie myself to the railing just to make sure I don't fall off during when I'm sleeping.
If you'd like to sleep on the floor in my room, I suppose it would be nice to have a guard stationed in there. I am very important.
Well, I don't know. It might not be super comfortable for me, actually, now that I'm looking at it. I kind of almost stretched the length of the room. So I think I'm just going to stay on the deck. Rain check, though. I can guard from up top. We can use this as a hangout spot, though, for now. I'll kind of, like, walk in and I'll sit cross-legged on the ground. Just,
That
like,
is smart,
sit
but
there.
why don't you go get the others first?
Oh, I thought they were following me. Sure, I can go grab the others.
So you guys are going downstairs to meet in Ziv's room.
Yeah, I'll go up and grab the other.
I
three,
will-
It's about to get
and-
real cozy in
It's
there.
gonna get real tight. Yeah, I will say
Good
you
thing
guys.
we have a plasmoid that can
Yeah,
just
that can
come
squeeze.
around.
I'll move all your tokens down there. You guys don't
Cool,
necessarily have
thank
to have
you.
them in the room. I wanted to
Yeah.
so you guys could see the space. That's all.
It's really cool because I haven't actually messed around. I didn't know they had these like door icons now.
It was
That's cool.
something. It's something new. They started putting together about a month or two ago, and I'm
Okay.
still trying to get used to learning how to use them. But I like the
Uh-huh.
way that you guys now have access to opening doors, and I don't have to go into the dynamic lighting.
Oh, it's locked.
And yeah, there's some that are locked.
Oh,
I can lock doors, so you
cool.
guys can't open them. So
that's really cool. That's a really cool feature.
yeah, I like it a lot too. But you guys can see that, I mean, this is crewed by pretty, like, the total staff here. We got about 12 kobolds aboard this vessel. Of course, you got Ziv, who you've met. You're not sure what's beyond in that locked door. You do hear that there is movement and conversation going on back behind that door, but you haven't met those people yet. In this map, I'm gonna just do a quick shout out. Bar Shift Games on Reddit basically did artistic versions of all of the general maps that were in the book and shared them for free. So make sure you go check them out, download those maps, and use them for your own campaigns because...
What was their name?
It's Bar Shift Games. I can link the actual Reddit where I got it from later. I don't think I have it marked, but yeah.
Yeah, we can do it probably during break.
Oh yeah, definitely. I just kind of messaged them and said, hey, thanks for doing this because these look great and they work perfect. So, and if you look at the actual maps that are in the Spelljammer guides and stuff, these pretty much match exactly what is there with a little bit of artistic flair, which is cool.
It does look really nice. Really nice map.
So you guys are
once
gathered.
Yep. Yeah, once everybody's down in here, I think we should have a group talk.
Oh, that was why I had wanted everybody to come into my room.
Well, great minds think alike.
Leo immediately like tucks in behind Celeste.
I don't know if the rest of you noticed, but I think suddenly crash landing on a strange and dangerous planet that none of us were familiar with, and then facing a stampede was a bit stressful. And I think we should perhaps put the events that just happened behind us. I mean, after all, they are now behind us in a physical sense.
Well, I quite agree. And I mean, I don't know about my friends here, but I would just like to offer my personal service to help you all with whatever you all are trying to accomplish for my friend crashing the ship. I think it's only fair that hopefully all of us help them in something they need to do, whatever it may be. Sounded like Zarin needed something.
The captain is loading right now.
Yes, I know we're waiting. We're waiting for her, but it sounded like she had something that she needed to get done. So I think it's right that we offer our services to aid them.
Yes, it is very important that the captain assists me in my business, but I think it would be fitting.
Business.
None of your business.
What? No, I'm okay. I was just saying, because okay. So
I think that's fitting.
Do you want help, or are you saying you don't?
I think the captain would appreciate some help. I think the perfect way to repent for the crimes that have been committed against the captain is to pledge yourselves to her. Not you, dear. You've been fine. But she says to Zalath and to Cleo. But Cecil, are you aware of the cost associated with a ship like the captain's?
I'm aware of the cost, and I'm also aware of the dangers that come with sailing, and that's just something that can happen naturally.
But it didn't happen naturally.
Well,
you did it. You admitted to doing it.
Yeah, you have to be honest. Like we tried to go along with you, but you've never flown a ship before.
Well, I did really good until I didn't.
That is very true. You did do really good until
I got pretty far.
I mean, again, I agree. You did pretty good until you didn't, but it's the part that you didn't is the issue.
Well, I already told you guys about the accident, and that it went. It's not like I crashed the ship on purpose. I don't know if I want to pledge servitude to someone, but I could help.
I think it would
I think that's the best. I think, yeah.
Sensical to help the captain, considering now all of her goals and plans have been hampered. Yeah, for sure. I can help. Yeah. That's wonderful to hear.
Cleo, are you okay with helping too?
Cleo has like pressed her forehead against Zlath's back, like, and is a little bit muffled, but she's like, I guess.
Oh, good. The captain's here.
And just in time when we're all in agreement. Captain, would you mind squeezing into this room? It's quite cozy.
Oh, let me help. Let me help. I'll turn into a slime
You can sit on my shoulder.
so I can make more space. Yeah, I'll sit on his last shoulder.
I'll go in.
So we thought it was only fair that since it was mostly our fault that you lost the ship, and we are very sorry about that, that we help you in whatever way you need. So, as like, I don't want to say payment, but like, you know, like,
Compensation.
Jamie / Cecil.
as kind of like a
Recompense.
yeah, that word, yes.
I see. Well, I appreciate that. Is there a plan going forward? I have my own plans, but... Wait. Is there kobolds in this room?
What? No, it's just us shoved into a 10-foot by 10-foot room.
Yeah, it's very tight fit.
Okay.
Also, there's a bed in half of it.
Yeah,
a table
and a
in-
table
in a
yeah,
corner
I
of it.
assumed that Rayla was like sitting on the bed.
Oh yeah,
so that
Rayla
she's
is
like
Yeah.
on her
sitting on the
throne.
bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's taking she's just like laying there, like talking to everybody.
and I'm sitting on the floor, cross-legged, and yeah.
Cleo's like curled up behind the laugh.
I feel like he's probably almost as tall as Cleo still when he's sitting.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, no, he is, because she comes up to about his like stomach. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What did you have in mind?
I mean, I was just gonna take the ship.
Oh, I mean, these people saved us. I don't know about like taking their ship.
Again, do you guys have better ideas? I'm open to them.
Well,
We're going to the
Rock of Brawl.
yeah,
Are you
that
familiar
place.
with this place, Captain?
Am I familiar with that place?
Yeah, have I heard of it?
Everybody can make a well. Does anybody have like a background that might
I mean, I do. I have the
justify having experience with this or anything like that? Okay.
I have a smuggler background. Or
Oh, then you know
I'm
all
a
about
wild
it.
spacer. I'm a wild spacer.
Wild Spacer probably know about it.
Astral Drifter.
Smuggler definitely knows about it. Astral Drifter, you probably know about it. You probably don't know like specific details as an Astral Drifter, but you probably heard of it. Rock of Brawl is like a large city built on an asteroid. It was founded probably almost 200 years ago by pirates. And it was basically a pirate town at first. Imagine, Pirates of the Caribbean, Tortuga, you got your pirate town. And then eventually, like, it started to shift into, like, people wanted to be more permanent here and kind of start establishing a homestead kind of thing. But it never really, like, it's all underground smuggling. There's political powers like shifting within the city at all times, and there's a lot of like shady stuff that happens. But a lot of people go there to sell their wares. A lot of people go there to get their ships repaired. And so they have a large dock there as well. And a lot of people go there looking for allies and other things to help with anything that they've got going on. So it's basically like, a big city where a lot of stuff is going on and a lot of underground stuff happens. So,
all right, then I change my answer because if Zarin knew that, we wouldn't. This ship is so low key compared to what we could probably find there. So yeah, actually.
Also, this ship is kind of small for me.
That's what I was. Yeah, that's what I mean.
My head basically touches the ceiling if I'm standing up.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's This room is small for me as well. I think I need a bigger one.
Yeah, I think we need a bigger ship. So they're safe.
I can speak for a turtle ship. Those are very comfortable.
Turtle ship.
Noted.
Yeah, that's what I use. That's where my other crew is. They have a turtle ship.
I don't think I know what that means.
Oh, it's a ship that looks like a turtle. Like, I'm not joking. It looks like a turtle. It's a flying turtle ship.
Alright.
It's really cool. I really like turtles.
It sounds really, really cool. Oh man, I'm coughing on my dry rations.
You're literally just like a puddle, like burbling.
So our plan is to get on, get to this place, maybe look and find a new ship, and then what?
We go from there. I need to find more people. No offense. You guys, well, Cleo has shown incredible skills with her bow, but we need more people than what we have.
I mean, I'm very good at smashing things, so
That helps.
Cecil's very good with magic.
also very true. And he can fit in to tight spaces very easily.
Cleo
So
like
he can,
reaches up and like pats the little puddle on Flash shoulder.
So if like you need to get into like a locked space or something, he can do that very well.
I don't think I need to justify why I'm worth keeping.
No, both you all seem amazing. Like very skilled and capable individuals.
I know. And it's settled. Rock of Brawl. New ship.
Look at that, Cleo. We're
There's-
getting like a bigger crew now. I know it started off rocky, but I think this crew is gonna be really nice. Plus, maybe we can. Cleo is kind of like a hunting like monsters and stuff. So maybe y'all can help us with that kind of stuff too.
Monsters.
Monsters.
Like,
What
You
does
help
that
with that.
mean?
oh, I mean, that's sometimes how I make money is hunting monsters.
That's why I joined up with her. Also, we just became really good friends really fast.
What do you classify as monsters?
Well, whatever I get paid to classify as monstrous, usually. I don't really like killing humanoid people, but you know.
But if I
they're-
pay you, you will?
I mean, if it's not like killing children and stuff, I have some morals.
Yes,
I
well,
also have morals. I would not kill children.
Well, I'm just clarifying that I'm not going to. You can't pay me to kill anything, but within reason, sure.
You can pay me and I'll do anything.
That is very true.
Basil.
Yeah.
I
You're
hand a
being really
gold.
forward.
Wait.
I hand a gold to Cecil. Why don't you repent more directly to our captain? Verbally. Y'all nasty! Christy, that face you made!
One gold's worth of repenting.
You were afraid to do
Captain,
anything.
I am so sorry for crashing your ship.
Yeah, that feels so genuine.
You apologize like my mother. She sounds like that when she says sorry too.
I am so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Only it's usually something like, "I'm sorry you suck."
Yikes.
Not to me, to other people.
Oh,
Okay. I was gonna say,
No,
that's
my
not
mom
true.
is
that
great
seems a
to-
little harsh.
No, she's great to me and my sister, but not to other people.
She sounds like a woman who knows what she's doing with her life.
Yeah, she is the goddess of space.
I would love to meet her one day.
Well, if we ever get to my home dimension, I guess, but currently we're not there. She doesn't exist here.
Regardless, we need to find a ship. That is priority number 1. We'll worry about the rest after.
Sounds like a plan. Well, I'm glad we got the air cleared.
Mm.
But if there's nothing else, I think I'm gonna go up to the deck because I'm getting a little claustrophobic down here. It's too tight.
Yeah, I need to go talk to the captain to see if like the person they worship like bestows powers and stuff. Because maybe I could switch my patron to their patron. But that would be cool, you know.
It's so funny.
That would be really cool.
You're
See,
seeking
so
a
I don't-
patron.
Well, yeah. So
You want power?
So
Cecil, do you
my
fear death?
well, I feel like everybody fears death. I feel like that's like the polar opposite of wanting to live. And if you want to live, you should fear death. So,
I think we should have a conversation on this.
I
further in
don't
the
fear
future.
anything.
well, I mean, like, so my patron is just kind of like, hey, you need to come back home, and I'm like, I don't want to, because everything that isn't home is so much better, and she's not entirely happy about that. So I'm just gonna try to abandon her and find a new patron.
I don't see any problem with that whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you
Somebody's
feel
gotta
about
be able to give me power.
How would you
What?
feel about the prospect of infinity and a life lived without hardship, where you're free to become the best version of yourself?
I mean, the best version of me sounds kind of cool, but my hardship is what made me who I am today, so I'd worry if I didn't have any hardship. I need to think on this more. Are you a patron or something?
Not a patron, but I may be able to guide you. In a sense.
Are you flirting with me again? I thought we had to talk about this.
Maybe.
I didn't expect her to say that.
Celeste, we should go.
We need to leave. We need to leave, Celeste.
God,
Sure,
him back.
Sure, but
Out of
I mean, it sounds
bed.
like you were getting somewhere there. As we're walking away, I was like, it sounds like you were getting somewhere there. I mean, do you like Rayla?
I love powerful women.
Oh, well,
So-
maybe maybe ask her out on a date or something then.
I don't date.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Last time I got close to people like that, it didn't go very well. So,
I am sorry to hear that. So,
it's okay.
but there's always the next time that it doesn't have to go the same way. Just saying.
Well, I would hope that like my whole ship didn't get raided and killed by a whole bunch of other pirates. I would hope that doesn't happen again. So,
No, trust me, pirates are no problem. When you stay with us, pirates are no problem.
We will take care of you.
I trust you guys. Yeah, of course.
So you guys having this conversation
heading
as you
back
go
all
to
the
the
way.
deck?
All
Okay.
the way
Yeah.
up to the
So
deck, yeah.
so we're splitting. So Zarin and Rayla, are you guys gonna stay in the room, kind of like split into two groups right now, or are you guys all coming up top deck together? I'm just trying to set the scene here, in case we need to take two separate scenes for conversations here between you guys.
I think Rayla is gonna eventually just follow everyone up for a bit, but
Okay.
she's gonna look at the captain and just is trying to gauge after the group had a conversation how's the captain feeling, because everything that just happened there was probably extremely distressful, or distressing, like it was for I would think most of the party. and she like lost her whole ship. So I'm trying to like see what the vibe is. Like, how is she feeling now that there's like a plan?
I think you would see like her shoulders probably relaxing. Like you've been around her long enough. You would see her shoulders relaxing upon realizing where this ship is headed, and it being a smuggler's port. Like that's where she feels most comfortable. So the fact that we're heading there, I think you see Zarin like, okay, we're back on track. Like it's not the end of the world anymore.
Yeah, I think before like exiting the room, Rayla will just like give the captain's shoulder a nice little pat.
You
And then
guys,
just follow.
sure, you guys all make your way up onto the deck, where you can see that this ship is outfitted with some weaponry. There's ballista on the top deck, and it looks like there are several kobolds that are up on the top deck, kind of milling about, doing some different chores, swabbing the deck, if you will, keeping everything clean and tidy and organized, as Ziv seems to give instructions and kind of steer them in the right direction. You do notice that there are a couple kobolds that are moving about, and it looks as if some of them are like kind of chatting about you guys in like kind of like will point back and forth and will be talking, but they're talking in a language. Does anybody here understand Draconic?
I think so. Let me double check.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Because, where's my... Oh no, I should though. I'm gonna swap one of mine because that makes more sense than the one I have.
Okay. So you would have Draconic?
Yes, yeah, because
Based on-
my
Okay.
uncle married a dragon, so yes.
Uncle married a dragon. Well, that makes sense. There you go.
That is true.
Yeah. Christy knows what I'm talking about.
Draconic. You should know
Yeah.
Draconic.
Yeah, I had deep speech for some reason. I'm like, okay, I think I just picked something random, and Draconic makes way more sense. So yes, I definitely would understand that.
Basically, the gist of the conversations are they're in awe of you guys because you look powerful. You're well equipped with massive and excellent looking weapons. They just are just kind of chatting about how, saying things like, oh, the big one looks very strong. And just kind of like talking back and forth about all of the interesting dynamic of your group and how you make them feel safe being around. And that's kind of like part of the little conversation that you have, or what you're grasping from these conversations that the kobolds are having.
I'll pat the laugh on the back and just be like, they like you.
It doesn't seem like there's any mistrust, like, at all. Like, they're not like, they're just like bought into you guys being like on their ship, and they're excited that you're here.
Shall we find a spot to sort of be out of the way and rest? We did not get to rest yet.
This
No,
counts.
sure.
This all counts as a short rest here. This conversation. So we're gonna say like an hour has passed during this conversation. What you guys are doing. So anybody is able to take a short rest if you need to replenish hit die for hit points or anything like that, or you have abilities or things that reset for a short rest. You can do that now.
We were setting up for sleep, I think, right? When the
It
stampede happened?
was getting late when the stampede happened. It wasn't quite dark yet, but it was getting there.
So I'm just gonna try and find a place that like out of the way. I know I'm probably gonna be in the way wherever I go because I'm just my size, but I'm gonna try and find a place that I can go and just set out like my bedroll that I have because we don't have our tents anymore because we set those up and those got stampeded. So I will just set out a bedroll, and I will also take out like a small chisel that I have, and I will start like inscribing some like runes and stuff on some of my gear
Okay.
as I
Cool.
just sit there and kind of like mind my own business and kind of concentrate on this. So
Yeah, after a couple of minutes, you actually have one of the purple kobolds actually sits next to you and starts watching. Doesn't say anything, just kind of sits down. Does one of those things where he sits down about 2 feet away from you, and then after a couple of moments, then just like slides a little closer, and then looks. And eventually is like almost in your way to where like the little purple kobold is just right there.
Hello. Feel free to watch. I don't mind at all.
Hi.
Hello. What's your name?
My name, Grum.
Grum?
Grum.
It's nice to meet you. My name is Zalath.
Ah, Zalath. What you doing?
Are you interested in runes?
Runes?
It's a thing my family taught me.
Oh. Those look very neat.
But yeah, they have they can have magical properties to them, and it's just like an old tradition that my mother taught me.
Rune makes magic?
They can. I only know a few right now, unfortunately. I'm trying to perfect some other ones.
He points to one that you made on one of your materials. What's that one do?
And he points to the ones that I did, and I actually inscribed some runes onto the chains that I have on my wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, these help me. They make me more they help me with tools that I like to use, like using these inscribing tools. They help me with that. I can also I can light them on fire basically and wrap them around something.
Oh, I see. Are the chains that you're pointing to, what are they made out of?
Probably just your typical iron or steel.
Okay, gotcha.
They're just normal, like the chain link kind of like chains. So
Okay.
They're nothing too special, but
Okay.
yeah, they have these like faint runes that are like really small, of course, because you know they're on chains, but they have a faint red glow to them. So.
And the kobold just seems kind of amazed and just kind of like soaking it all in, you know, just like watching you work. Seems to be just intrigued.
This has just been something that's been passed down my family for generations, and the stories say that they actually came from giants.
Giant runes.
Yes,
these small.
These are small. I'm saying like the people, the giants. Have you heard of like storm giants, fire giants, that kind of thing?
Heard of.
Well, that's what they taught my family, like my ancestors, how to do this, and that's what I'm doing. So,
you giant?
Half giant, I think. Maybe not half. Old, you know, probably like an old lineage kind of thing.
You, half of a giant.
Sure. I am very big.
Just
You
like
are
your
you're
bar
very
dragon.
Yes, you tiny dragon.
Cleo like
yes.
comes over and like tucks up back to back with Zalath and just pulls out her book and starts reading.
Yeah,
Well, it's a different book.
That's me. I tiny dragon.
You are.
Tiny dragon.
And he just kind of sits there and he's just enjoying it. He eventually reaches down in kind of like a pouch and he pulls out this red and white striped candle and he plops it down there in front of you. He's like, runes. Can you carve rune in this?
I could. Unfortunately, they won't have any magical ability to them. But I could inscribe a rune into it if you would like me to.
Please.
Sure. Of course. Yeah, no problem. And I'll just go ahead and put a rune in it that would act as one of my runes, but doesn't have magic because I'm not carrying it.
Okay, gotcha.
I have to be carrying the object, but
okay. And as you're kind of carving into there, I guess Cleo's sitting down to read the book next,
Yeah, I'm
kind
like
of nearby.
she's like behind his back and like back to back with him.
What about the rest of you? What would the rest of you be doing here? Anything in particular?
Cecil wants to approach Ziv.
Okay.
Oh god.
Sure.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
I had a question for you.
Oh, sure.
So you said you worship a mysterious, powerful individual.
Yes. Yes. I do.
Does this individual like give you magical powers or?
Well, I feel like he does.
Really?
I do. I believe it. You see, he sent me on a mission. I found my purpose in life.
What's your mission?
Well, my mission is to rally the outcasts of the kobold race and bring them all together in harmony and unity.
Okay. So like, do you have magic? Like, do you know how to cast spells?
No,
Oh,
no, I don't do any of that. No, that's not part of what I do. I captain the ship.
okay.
I
Has he given anybody else magic casting abilities?
Well, I think Oppu downstairs, our spelljammer. I bet that the mysterious Vix is who grants them the power to control this vessel.
You
Right?
said his name is Apu?
Oppu. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna go talk to Apu now.
Mhm.
Thanks for the information.
Oh, sure.
Gonna wander into the spell chamber.
Okay, let's see you're walking. Rayla, what are you doing?
You know, the deck has a lot more space than the little room that she has. So she's just like kind of similar to what Zalath is doing.
Mhm.
And it's just finding a little spot, and is gonna continue with the herbalism kit, making a potion, since that's a 24-hour process, and I got 15 minutes of it probably when we're on that planet.
So yeah, you start getting all your stuff out on the deck and start making it, and sure enough, another purple kobold starts leaning over your shoulder and is just watching you in amazement that you're working. Doesn't say anything, just looking over your shoulder.
I think if there's just I feel like if it's cool, Rayla's got a random fucking leaf in this kit, and she hands this random leaf to this kobold, and it's just gives it to him.
It looks at this leaf and it's like, ah. And it is watching you. And what exactly are you doing with the herb? Are you crushing something or blending something or mixing something? What are you doing?
Yeah, I think at this point it's because it's still early. She has probably a very nice mortar and pestle, and she's taking all of the herbs that are needed for a healing potion and just grinding them up and measuring them out into different containers.
Mhm.
Because then after that she has to probably do some sort of distilling process, and stuff's got to get boiled, and then it's got to cool, and then it's got to get boiled again. And so this is just all the prep.
Okay.
And so she's just doing that, and this is the getting your hands dirty step,
Okay.
because everything's just getting schmooshed.
Okay. Yeah, as you're doing that, the kobold takes that leaf, walks away from you for a moment and stops. Turns back around, looks at you, looks at the leaf, turns back around again, then skitters with a couple short steps right in front of you and sits down and is holding the leaf like this in front of him, looking at you, looking at the leaf, then sets the leaf down onto the deck and pulls out a dagger and flips it over so the butt end of the dagger is pointing down and starts going, and just starts smashing the leaf into a bunch of pieces on the deck in front of you, watching you in the process crushing the herbs and stuff into these little bowls. Starts doing the same thing to the leaf that you gave him. And it looks up to you with this like joyful expression on his face, like he's helping you out and is doing the best that he can to help you make your potion come to life.
That's more or less how I learned to do it, so just keep at it. Keep at it. You don't become a master overnight.
It just nods its head, it's smiling, and just smashing the leaf into a bunch of little itty-bitty pieces.
Well, don't just smash it. Make sure you have to mix it and turn it so that every part of it is getting equally smashed.
Ah. It shifts one piece of the big chunk of the leaf, and it starts again on the deck. And you guys are hearing just this pounding happening over there next to where Rayla's working on that stuff.
Start.
Zarin, what about you while this is all taking place? What are you doing?
I probably actually would have followed Rayla up. I think he's doing the like must watch everyone to make sure everyone's like safe. That we're like know who they are. Doesn't trust them. So she wants eyes on everyone if possible. If she can't, she wants her eyes on the most amount of party members in the vicinity.
Okay.
And she's just gonna sit down and start sharpening with the whetstone on her longsword.
Oh,
Just
nice.
watch.
Just watching out. So you, Zarin, you're looking out into space. And it's just this beautiful, deep purple expanse with these bright, multicolored, shimmering stars all around you. You've obviously left this planet's atmosphere, and you guys are basically out into wild space now. A familiar place. Most of you have been accustomed to it. There's a peace and calm here in this moment. But suddenly you hear from the aft of the ship a draconic yelp as a purple kobold stares intently into an extended spyglass. The kobold shouts in the captain's direction. Now this is as Cecil, you're getting ready to head down to the lower level. This is still kind of happening here. Shouts to the captain. Enemy ship approaching! And then without hesitation, Ziv turns on his heels and says, all dancers on deck! Gather your weapons and prepare for battle! And you guys feel like the ship begin to slow a little bit. And Zarin, you can see in the distance, there's a vessel approaching pretty rapidly from the distance. And here's what... Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask if I could like see if there's any markings on it that I might recognize.
Still pretty far away, but go ahead and make a perception check.
I don't think I'm very perceptive in this campaign, but we can try. No. 116.
16?
Yep.
Okay. What you can tell about it is it's painted a very dark, deep color. And the sails and wings that are attached to this vessel look haphazard. And it looks like maybe just a bunch of different sails and hides may have been like thrown together and sewn together to equip it. Doesn't look like it's in the best of shape. But that's about all you can tell from it. And what I would like you guys to do is, how about, since you're the captain, Zarin, what I would like you to do is I want you to just roll a flat d20 and tell me what your result is. Why did I do that?
Vampire dice.
Vampire dice.
No, I'm sorry. It's a 4.
It's a 4?
Oh no, it's in the dice jail.
A 4, okay.
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Re-roll.
Did you also roll a 4?
I also rolled a 4.
14.
14. I rolled a 5.
Okay.
So the way that we are going to do this is this is a variant role in the Dungeon Master's Guide where it's basically turn-based combat. And a lot of people just do this because it's a little bit faster than everybody in the big combat rolling initiative. So you guys get the upper hand seeing the ship coming. So this ship plus everybody on it will have the first initiative. So you guys will all go. Then the enemies will get to go afterwards. So I'm going to take you guys to a different map, and I'm also going to... Gosh, I can't figure out how to do that, where I accidentally got the jukebox out of my Roll20, and I need to put it back, and I cannot figure out how to do it. I'm going to take you guys to a new map, and then change the music. Are you guys able to see what's there?
Yes.
Two
Loading, but,
boats and
Two boats.
and space background.
Yep, space background, and you will see a lamprey ship, which is right here. That is currently the ship that you guys are on. Okay, and then you will see this ship is what looks like is coming behind you. You guys would recognize the type as a Shrike ship. And I must apologize for my friends on Twitch. I have to find my jukebox. There it is. I'm going to close it and see if I can get it to come back where it is. And I cannot do it. Why does it do that?
You could try refreshing your Roll20 if you can.
Yeah, I'll try refreshing.
Close out the tab and then just reopen it.
I hope it doesn't mess anything up stream-wise. I apologize if it does, folks.
Oh no, now I'm hacking into your stream.
There
You've left yourself vulnerable.
we go.
Well, now I hear a second song.
You hear 2 songs?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hear 2 songs
Adventure
too now.
Begins and Chariots of War. So if you pause, well, I guess if you can't see your jukebox, you can't pause.
Well,
the
I
first
got
one.
it. Yeah, it's weird because
There we go.
It's only playing the
There we
one
go.
song for me. That's
now
weird.
it's
There
gone.
Now we're good.
All right, sorry about that, folks. That's me screwing up the game, as always.
No.
No, it's
Yeah,
technically
it
It wouldn't,
Wow.
yeah, it wouldn't be a
Promo.
proficiently bonus stream without something.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties. Okay, so this ship is a much... You guys would know, those of you who have experience with spelljamming vessels, this ship is faster than yours. It is going to catch you. There's no getting around it. But we do have a little bit of time before it does. You probably have, like, right now, it's probably within 100 feet of you guys. And it's coming in quick. So you probably have a couple of rounds before it gets close to you. So what would you guys like to do as this ship looks like it's coming closer to you?
Well, I wanna ask the captain, since they said enemy ship, do you know who the ship is and what they want?
As you say that, you look towards. Are you saying that to the captain, Ziv?
Yeah. I'm gonna like kind of like run up to where he is and.
He kind of looks at you and says, "I have no idea, but they're coming in hot."
Okay. Well, we'll help defend your ship.
Thank you. It looks like he's getting his weapons ready.
Okay, here's the thing: Zalath is already like kind of tanky, but he does do melee stuff.
I am melee, yeah.
But Zaren's also like kind of melee, right?
I'm very melee.
We both are.
Captain, it seems that we're about to be overrun.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky for you, I have a gift. And I am going to cast Enhance Ability Bear's Endurance on her.
Ooh.
So, God, it's definitely, I don't have animal fur with me. I just give you
Uh-huh.
A high five. No, I don't.
Nice.
I think she just
Really do.
like traces some kind of like. Oh, you know what? She's gonna take her ritual dagger.
There you go.
Take her ritual dagger, and she makes a little like cut into your palm, and then she makes a cut into her own palm, and then puts her hands together, and then her eyes go black, and she starts like speaking like in deep speech, and so it's just this like you think Zaren's voice is resonant, and this is like trilling on like different levels, and I give you advantage on Constitution checks and 2d6 temporary hit points.
Oh.
You want to roll it for me, baby?
Sure.
Yeah, you cast it, so go ahead and roll it.
I rolled 2 6s. I'm not
Oh, there you
kidding.
go. 12
I
temporary
will
hit
take that,
points
thank you.
on top
Yeah,
of his hit points. That's awesome.
Because I have this lab dice, and one side has a single pip and says lab dice, but I rolled the one on the opposite that has like a test tube beaker, so I think that's a 6.
Hmm.
The other one definitely is a 6, so that's
Awesome.
12.
So, Rayla, that would be your action on this first... Right, it's an action to cast, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that would be your action for this, like, first little massive round of this happening, as you are using this spell to enhance Zaren. Rest of you, can you decide what you want to do? Zalath, I'm going to say just asking the captain that would be just like a quick little bonus action thing that you could do.
I mean, I can't really do anything else, so I'm just gonna
Mhm.
they're coming up from behind us, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna get onto the as far to like the back railing as possible.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna stand there with my maul out and try and look menacing.
Okay, you got it.
Out of character question. I have a couple questions. Out of character. Who has a really low AC?
Look, who do we think
Just-
is lower? Who's lower?
Almost certainly.
I was going to get worried if
Cecil.
everyone started raising their hand.
I think Cecil is.
I was gonna say
What is
probably
yours,
Cecil.
Lola? What's Cecil's?
You're muted.
10.
Wow, you're one lower than me.
Oh my god, Cecil.
Cecil has a dump stat in dexterity.
I do.
Alright. I'm gonna give you a +2 AC with Shield of Faith.
Nice.
Thank you.
So
Love that spell.
Zaren begins to...
Second question.
Oh, yeah.
DM, this is for you. I have a sickle on a chain. How long is that chain?
I would say it wouldn't be too long, or else it'd be very hard to control. So probably maybe 10 feet.
10 feet?
Mhm.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, when I cast Shield of Faith, you see that her blood pulses as she reaches out for you, and you feel like instead of warmth, it's like a cool, like, you know when you first put in like a piece of gum, like really, really minty gum?
Yes.
That's what you feel.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I will also join the laugh at the back end of the ship.
I
That will be-
gotta tell you, Christy, from now on, every time I put really minty gum in my mouth, all I'm gonna think of is Shield of Faith.
Great.
I'm like,
Don't-
what's
don't
the
drink
opposite
water.
of something warm?
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what Zaren does. What
Yeah.
about the rest of you?
Are the ballista loaded?
It looks as if the kobolds are going to the ballista.
Okay.
You can assist them if you'd like. That's part. You could take that as part of your action as well.
Yeah, I'll go assist them. And I'll... Hold on. Yeah, I'll just assist the kobolds shooting the ballista.
Okay, so it looks as if there's two kobolds like rushing towards each ballista that's on the deck. I can't remember, there are 3 or 4. Let me double check that map. It looks as if there are 4. Yeah, there are 4. So I'll say you're probably headed to the one in the back since they're trailing. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter mechanically. They can all fire because they can spin around and fire that direction. There's no like sails on the backs of these ships that are preventing you guys from being able to shoot the ones ahead of you. So there's that too.
Yeah, I just go to whichever one was closest and assist that one.
Assist that one. You got it. How about Cleo? Anything in particular you're doing?
Cleo is going to sigh very loudly in her book, like close her book, like one of these days I will get to finish the thing that I start before we get attacked. Like tuck that in her bag, and I think she'll run over next to Zalath, like hop up on the railing, pull out her bow, cast Zephyr Strike as a bonus action.
Ooh.
Which will give me advantage on an attack roll. And I have a range of 150 feet on my bow. And you said this was only 100 feet away,
100
so
feet. Yep.
I'm gonna pick a target and shoot.
Okay. You see, there are 7.
I trust that Zalath will catch me if I fall off this railing. So
There are 7 targets on the deck of the strike that are heading closer to you. One of them in particular looks like it's wearing very thick armor.
yeah, I'll go for that guy.
Okay.
Because that's probably the beefiest one. So, yeah.
All right. You make your roll with advantage with your spell.
That is 18 to hit.
Let me check. I gotta double check here real fast. 18 just hits.
Okay, it also does an extra 1d8 force damage.
Okay, you got it.
That's 10 damage.
10 points of damage?
And this is also like a concentration, so every once before the spell ends on your turn. Okay, so I think it's only a one-time thing.
Okay. So
which is weird that it's concentration. It only happens one time, but okay.
It's because you get extra movement.
Yeah.
Also,
it gives you extra movement.
It's like a smite.
Okay.
Yeah. My movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks, and then my walking speed increases by 30 feet. So I've now got 60 feet of movement.
Okay. And as you rush up, Zalath, you can see as you're standing there with your maul ready, it seems as if Cleo just kind of steps up onto the edge of the railing, dodging some of these candles that are lit beside her, pulls back the bow. You can see it almost glimmer and sparkle as you hear her casting these incantations, and unleashes an arrow that finds a weak spot in between what looks like some shiny plate mail, and you can hear it from 100 feet away. In the distance as this arrow strikes true. And then you see that creature kind of step up on the side of the railing and it takes this massive great axe and puts it over his shoulder, and he goes and just is like shouting something the distance away as the strike ship is just coming towards you. You guys both notice something strange.
Just a little salute.
You guys, it looks, you guys would know, it looks similar to an orc, but has these massive lower tusks and his massive lower jaw. It's like his tusks are sticking up, and the one thing that stands out about this creature that makes it different is its face is painted very terribly like a clown. Imagine an orc with the Joker's face paint.
What? Oh god, I hope no one like has a phobia of clowns. It's weird. Alright. One last thing before round, I'm just gonna look over to the captain and be like, not our captain, not the kobolds, and be like, you know, maybe we could just take their ship, and then we have a ship again.
Yeah, but that one's also pretty ratty looking.
Yeah, but I mean, it's better than not having a ship, though.
I suppose. It's an option.
Okay, that's all I wanted.
Okay. Basically, the ship and the kobolds get to go now.
Get them, kobolds.
I hope the internet didn't hear that awful noise that came from my hallway.
I did not hear anything.
I apologize. It was terrible. So, the kobolds are getting ready with their ballista. Now, there's only one of them can fire this round because Cecil is helping them to do so. Because it takes a action to load a ballista, an action to aim a ballista, and an action to fire a ballista. So there needs to be 3 individuals on a ballista to be able to prepare them. So the 3 front ones are being prepared. You see one of the purple kobolds grabs one of these big harpoon-looking ballista bolts, slaps it into the ballista, and kind of pulls back to load it, while another one's like steering it and turning it on the deck of the ship to get it to face to the rear. As Cecil, the one that you're helping with, you can see that the one purple kobold's getting into position, and they look towards you, and they smile and say, "Let him have it!"
I'll pull the lever.
Cecil grabs the lever and just yanks it back. And go ahead and roll your attack roll for a ballista. I believe they're
19.
Oh, that's definitely gonna hit. You can go.
I don't know what the plus is, but
I think. Let me double check. I think it was like +5 or +6 on a ballista.
okay.
So you're definitely going to hit. Let me double check a damage, but I think it's like, it might be like 3d10 or something like that. Let me see.
Have 3d10.
Here it is, ballista. +6 to hit. And you need to roll 3d10 piercing damage.
All right. 10 piercing damage.
10 piercing damage. All right, so you fire this bolt, and it's going straight on target and decks into the side of the ship, and you can see that the ballista bolt just kind of pierces through the hull a little bit and then gets stuck as some of the wood splinters from the side.
I'm gonna hype up my kobold friends and be like, yeah!
They all go, yeah! They all start cheering and just screaming with you as you do that. One of them kind of grabs another kobold and starts jumping and doing like little circles around.
Perfect.
I imagine them like behaving like Ewoks in Star Wars, you know? Every time.
Yes, I love
it. Perfect. So now it transitions. The kobolds don't really have anything else to fire from this vessel other than the ballista. So that's all they can do. The other 3 are prepared to fire, but they have to wait till the next round because they're going to need another action to do so. So within the second turn, the enemies go, and they have... Let me double check what their ship has very quickly. I think it has a couple of ballista themselves. They do. They have 2 ballista aboard. So they're going to actually fire at your vessel and fire these ballista towards your direction. That's a 21 to hit on the first one. And the second one is going to be it's going to just hit with a 16. So these ballista bolts get fired off, and immediately, like, you can see them coming directly towards you, Zalath, as they launch these ballistas in your direction. That was 3d10, right? Is that what I said?
Yeah, 3d10.
3d10. I'll grab those really quick and roll some damage up. And these strike the back of your vessel for, that's 14 damage on the first one. And 18 damage on the second one. And you hear Ziv let out a cry, "Ah, no!" as the ballistas kind of stick into the side, and you can hear some of the wood break and shatter beneath you guys, as it looks like the ballistas have carved into the hull of the vessel. That ends the round. The strike ship, in the process of this, gets to about like 50 feet away. You guys are still moving, but that ship is coming up quickly. So it's making up ground on you. So it's still got another round before they are in boarding distance of you guys. So right now the ship is now 50 feet away as we get to the second round. Looks like what you can see now as it gets closer, the other 6 members that are like running the ballistas all look very similar to orcs as well. All have their faces painted as clowns. And it looks like they're just preparing to get these ballistas ready to fire again. Zalath, you notice the one that got shot by Cleo is kind of standing, kind of like, imagine like a Viking standing on the front of its ship as it's coming into land to raid something. It's, one foot is like up on the front of the railing of the deck, and it's a massive battle axe, like resting on his shoulders with these thick plate armor. Has its hair, like very dark, slick hair pulled up into this like little ponytail, and the ponytail is just like dangling there as it glares towards your direction.
As they're drawing closer out, I'll just look back at everybody. The big one's mine. I'm just gonna point my my maul at this individual. You said they're 50 feet away from me?
They're 50 feet now, yep.
Okay.
How much movement do you have?
30. So I can't really get to them. And I'm not jumping off the ship. So I'm just gonna take out a hand axe. And like I'm just gonna hold my maul over in one hand, just take out a hand axe. I'm just gonna like,
oh, I can't give you 50. I can get you to 40. I can't get you to 50.
I'm just gonna like whatever, and like throw a hand axe at this individual.
Throw a hand axe? Okay.
Yeah, it's a disadvantage because it's 60 feet away, or
okay.
It's behind. It's further than 20.
Okay.
So this is a disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
I mean, with
whatever.
forward momentum, right?
Forward
We're moving
momentum.
forward,
Right,
you
right,
jump
of
to-
course, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
because Zalath is definitely smart enough to calculate forward momentum and everything.
Yeah.
Zalath
Well, that
unsheathes
kinda
a
sucks.
hand axe, pulls it out, and just whips it towards this guy.
So one of them was a natural 20.
Oh no.
The other one was a 3.
Oh.
So a 9. I'm
A
assuming a
9?
9 does not hit this individual.
9 does not.
Probably doesn't even hit the ship.
So as it's moving and you see the axe is going towards, it just goes like this. It moves out of the way and the axe goes.
Warning shot.
It turns towards you and you see these massive tusks and it begins to smile. And it's creepy because it's like a very messy Joker-like painted face. They did not do a very aesthetically pleasing job painting this face as a clown.
So that was my action. Bonus action. I'm just gonna like look back because like everybody's kind of like they gathered around me. I'm just like, back up. Can you all just back up like 5 feet for me, please? And you see that he like closes his eyes and you see some of the tattoos that are on his body kind of start glowing, and he starts to increase in size. And I am going to use my bonus action to use Giant's Might, which what this does is I magically gain the abilities. If I'm smaller than large, which I am, I become large. Also, anything I'm carrying grows with me. I have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. And then once on each of my turns, one of my attacks with a weapon or an unarmed strike can deal an extra d6 points of damage. So I just grow in size, and so I don't know how much that I don't know how much that gives me in height, but I'm a large creature now, so.
Well, I mean, just
10
double whatever
feet.
height you are, you would double it. So.
Oh, well then I am 14 feet 6 inches tall.
Zalath
If
is
it doubles it,
enormous
that's what I
at the
am.
back of the spelljamming ship now, and you hear all the purple kobolds behind you go in unison.
The ship just kind of goes leans forward a little bit.
It's like in unison, like the minions from Despicable Me are like, ooh, they're just amazed.
Or the aliens from Toy Story.
I'm just gonna look at the individual on the other ship and be like, kind of like goad him into coming over to our ship.
Yeah, and as you're doing that, you hear behind you, and Zarin and the rest of you probably see this. One of the purple kobolds like elbows one of the other purple kobolds and said, kind of almost whispers, but you guys can hear it. Half a giant, full giant. And that's Zalath's turn.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Who would like to go next? It's up to you guys.
Well, I have like a mechanical question that I don't know if anybody here knows the answer to, but I certainly don't. So, like, I have the metamagic twinned spell.
Ah, yes. I have that too
And-
in Tuesdays.
Right. But, so, it says that you can target a second creature in range with the same spell.
Mhm.
If I'm upcasting a spell that an upcast lets me target extra people, do I just add one extra person on top of that, or does it double?
You
Like, if
can't-
I...
It's a single target.
Yeah, you can't twin something that already targets multiple creatures.
Oh, there you go. See? This is
Yeah.
why I asked. This is why I asked.
Good thinking, though.
I mean, you could, if the first level of it doesn't doesn't target multiple creatures, you can still twin that. But of course, you're a warlock, so I mean, it always upcasts. So never mind.
Not a warlock. I'm a sorcerer.
Oh right, you are. Never mind. Yes.
I'm the warlock
Yeah.
here.
No, I have something I would like to do. I think it will maybe be helpful. So they had 2 ballistas fire last time.
Yes.
Okay, there's a third ballista on their ship.
They only have, from what you guys can see, they only have 2 ballista on the deck of their ship.
Okay, can I see the people that are like doing the stuff to their ballistas?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can see.
And
them.
they're within like 60 feet of me.
Yes, they are.
Okay. For my bonus action, I would like to do the like opposite thing where you can turn a spell slot into a sorcery point and expend a first level spell to give myself a sorcery point back.
Okay.
And then for my
that does
action-
consume your bonus action, right? Is that what that does?
Mhm.
Okay.
I
got it.
I have that. I looked that up
Yeah.
on the
got it.
sorcerer page. It does say that you get points back equal to the spell level.
Yeah.
So that's just like that. And then I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers at first level. I'm gonna use a sorcery point to twin it. And I want to target people that are 2 people, 1 on each ballista, that are helping to load it so that they
Oh,
maybe can't do that.
That's a great idea.
Smart.
But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. So they have to make wisdom saving throws.
Wisdom saving throws. You got it. Let me
Yeah,
go
my
ahead.
DC is 14.
Okay, well, let's see if they have any. I did roll for the first one a 14, but I gotta see what their wisdom is. +0, so that one is gonna succeed.
Okay.
Second one rolls a 3.
Okay, so the successful one takes damage, but he does not have to move. 4, 5, not great. 7 points of psychic damage to the one that failed. And he has to immediately use its reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from me. Barring any, he can't yeet himself off the ship, but he can go as far away as possible.
Okay, got it.
And then the other one takes, I don't know if we're rounding up or down, but I rolled 7 points of damage, so
Okay, so
It's
it
3
takes
or
half
4.
as much damage then.
yeah,
Got it. All right.
he doesn't have to move, but one of them does.
Got it. All right.
I love
So
that
yeah,
spell.
I just
What are you trying to whisper to this orc as you're casting the spell? I'm curious. What's going through this orc's mind?
how dare you disgusting buffoons attack a ship that I am on? Get away from me.
You watch from the distance. You can see this orc was getting ready to bring a ballista bolt to, and all of a sudden you see it stop. Its legs begin to tremble. It drops the ballista bolt down onto the deck and starts walking backwards slowly, and then, like, almost trips and falls and heads to the back of the strike ship as quickly as it can. The other two are like, blah, blah, like barking at him and stuff like that. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Very good. Who else would like to take their action?
How far is the back of their ship from us? Like, if I were to maneuver over to the edge with everybody else?
The back of their ship. Let me check the size.
Sorry.
No, you're all good. I'm just gonna kind of give you like a general 80 feet to the very back.
so they're like, that would be like 130 for us, or that's 80 including the distance from us.
Well, you guys are only 50 away from the center of this vessel now.
Okay, so
So I'm
he'd be
just adding
well within
additional
my
30
range.
feet to it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that guy that just ran to the back and is like sitting on the edge of their ship, I'm gonna run forward angry that they disrespected Zalath like that. And I'm going to flip my pages in my book and throw an Eldritch Blast out at that guy at the edge of the ship at the back.
Oh, the guy that just got scared out of his mind because of those terrible whispers running through his brain?
Oh my god, I know what you're about
Yeah.
to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I just inadvertently set this up.
So that's a 17 to hit that guy.
That will hit.
All right. That's 6 points of force damage, and he gets pushed 10 feet away from me off the ship.
Okay. So now your Eldritch Blast is kind of like all of a sudden a tentacle kind of appears, like a
Yeah, like right
tendril.
behind him, and it whips out and grabs him and pulls him 10 feet.
And it squeezes him as he's pulling you, as he's pulled off the back of the ship, and then just starts kind of like floating there. And it looks like he's completely unconscious as he's floating back there. And he's just drifting farther and farther back. Now, currently, he's still what's considered in the air envelope / gravity field.
Yeah.
So he's like just like drifting as if he was like in the water, you know?
Yeah.
But eventually that field is going to pass through, and then he's just going to be space drifting.
Yeah. That's perfect. It's perfect. That's my intention.
But it does
and,
not
yeah,
look like he is moving. It looks like he's just like floating out there.
perfect. That's my turn.
Okay.
I would like to target the one that passed Freyla's wisdom save.
Okay.
And I think the people around me is not as noticeable as those around me because I'm directing it 60 feet towards this creature. But it's like the deeper resonance of her voice starts to like reverberate louder and louder. And if you play Mass Effect, think the Reaper noises. And I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead.
Oh, Toll the Dead. Okay. That's a wisdom save if I'm...
It's another wisdom save.
Love that.
Rolled a 15.
Okay, so it passed, but it's I don't think it takes half.
I think cantrips, it's either...
Yeah, I
Pass,
think it's
fail,
all or
or
nothing.
Yeah, so you do resonate these noises, but it doesn't seem to have an effect on the creature that you've targeted. It looks like he's still continuing to take that ballista bolt to get it ready to fire.
That is my turn.
Okay.
So, if I'm on the railing of our ship,
Mm-hmm.
and we are 50 feet from the center of their ship,
Mhm.
or are they from me?
The closest one is that guy up front. He's probably more like 30 feet away from you.
Perfect. 30 is exactly the number I wanted. As a bonus action, I'm going to activate my planar warrior effect.
Okay. Planar warrior.
So all of my damage will become force damage against that the creature that I attack.
You guys are using all these new abilities that I have no idea they even exist.
And they take extra D8. I'm targeting
These are great.
the guy who seems to be firing the second ballista. That's currently not the one that she already took care of, but the other
Okay.
ballista.
Yeah, the ballista closest to you guys is the one that looks like it's more threatening right now. They
Okay.
took care of the guy who was trying to load the back one.
Right. So I'm gonna target the guy who looks like he's gonna load that one.
Oh yeah.
The
He's smiling even though he heard some of those whispers, but he's still smiling and getting ready, and that smile with the red nasty lipstick of the clown like around his face is just haunting.
that's a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
8 plus 4 is 12 damage.
12 points of damage.
Yes.
So describe what this looks like again.
So her planar warrior is, I think, like little sparkly stars sort of settle around her arrow as she pulls her bow, and it shoots with like a trail of starlight following it.
Oh, nice. So it's sparkling as it goes.
Yeah, and
Very
just
cool.
slams right into them.
And as he's smiling, you hit the arrow right between the eyes of this orc. And it stops for a second. The arrow, the ballista bolt, drops to the deck of the ship, and the orc falls face down onto the deck of the ship.
If it makes you feel any better, I usually prefer to do this in a more personal, one-on-one fashion.
I think, Cecil, I think you're the only one left to go, right?
I knocked the guy off the ship.
Yeah, you knocked the guy off the ship.
Yeah.
And now there's a massive Goliath on the back of your ship. And it looks like the kobolds can unleash.
I'll also like tuck behind the last leg at this point. Because we're getting closer and I'm like, okay, maybe I don't want to make myself so much of a target.
Zalath, you do hear a kobold behind you say, Zalath! Duck!
I will duck.
And then you hear one of the ballistas just let loose. And as the arrow goes flying up over. So they get to fire the 3 in the front, and I would assume, Cecil, you're helping them fire the one in the back again? Or, oh wait, you took your action, so you can't.
I took my action.
So the other two are loading and getting aimed, so 3 will get to attack this time. The first one does hit. The second one is natural 1, misses. And the final one is gonna roll the 2. So that one's gonna miss too. So they only get 1 hit on the target this time for a total of 16 points of damage to the strike ship.
Yeah!
They all stop. They
Because
all stop.
We want the ship. We don't want to damage that much.
But yeah, you see 2 of the ballista bolts go way wide. Another, I think they were just trying to not hit you, Zalath, as you're kind of consuming most of their target range. The other one kind of sneaks by you and hits a direct hit on the front of the vessel as they're heading closer to you. The enemies get to go. You see the big guy in the front. He was very confident at first. Now as Zalath, you stand at your full height once again. You see him take a step back off the front of the vessel. He still has his axe kind of over his shoulder, but you can see that air of confidence that was once upon his face, not so much anymore. As he's getting ready, you can see him like, he got this, and he gets out this, you can see there's a javelin in his other hand. And he gets out a javelin, and he's going to try to just, like, huck it towards you. I think they can throw javelins up to that distance.
It's the same as,
it's
20 short range
disadvantage.
and 60 long.
Yep, so he's going to go ahead and throw it at disadvantage at you and see if he can strike you.
It's a big target.
It's a big target. That's right, big
I still have
target.
an AC of 17.
Oh, you still have an AC of 17? There ain't no way this is going to hit you then. That's only a 12. So,
I just like I catch it and just like bend it and drop it over the board.
Cracks into pieces.
Yep.
Falls out. The pieces just kind of are drifting now behind you, and it looks like their ship is just going to bump the pieces of the broken javelin. That does not work out good for him. That is his action for that go. You guys do see that there is a door opening in the back of the vessel, and there is another orc wearing a strange helmet and kind of like looks like a colorful cape with some armor on, and is coming out of what looks to be a door that would lead down to a lower deck. That's all he does on his turn. You've got the other orcs. One of the orcs runs over, grabs the ballista bolt that was originally like intended to be loaded, and goes ahead and loads it, while the other one is kind of aiming. That's all they can do. And then the same thing happens at the front when since they only got 2 now, they can only like pick it up, load it, and aim. And that's all they can do on their turn. And at that point, that's where we're going to take our break for the evening. Because the ships are about ready to get into boarding distance of one another.
Oh, I'm definitely boarding this ship.
Yeah, I'm boarding. Lots of tops.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight here at Proficiency Bonus. We're going to take about a 5 to 7 minute break to go get some drinks and get ourselves a quick stretch. And we are going to start round 3 of our combat when we return. So stay with us, and we'll see you very soon.
ARB.
Yay. Hell yeah.
And welcome back, everybody. We're so glad that you could join us for episode 2 of Spelljammer Lost Divinity, right here at Proficiency Bonus. Our party is currently being pursued by an enemy strike ship full of orcs with faces painted as clowns. The party is The party has taken their actions and have gotten themselves ready, and as we start round 3, this ship moves into boarding range. So they come right up beside the vessel. And you guys get to go first.
I mean, I'm just gonna jump straight for this ship.
You're going to jump straight for the ship? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna just jump straight across. Try and land in the middle of it.
Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and switch to the other map so you guys are ready.
Okay.
So this is the ship that you're going to be jumping on.
We currently cannot see because our tokens aren't there.
I will give you a token here, and we'll be off. So Zalath, I'm going to pull you over here first.
Awesome.
Okay, and then basically I'm just going to take you guys and kind of put you in space over here. You're not really in space, but, well, you are in space, but you're on this aboard the safety of the deck of your other vessel. And Cecil.
Oh, I can see now.
Now you
I
guys.
am actually floating in space, though.
You're actually.
Michael, could you do me a favor and make me a 10 by 10
I
token?
will do
Like,
that.
just enlarge my token.
Yes, you are this big.
Yes. I am that big. I'm a big boy.
You're a big boy, and you can see would have been a pretty big, medium-sized creature standing in front of you. Probably stands, relatively. Probably would be eye to eye with you, maybe. Standing there and is not looking very confident in himself as you're jumping onto the kind of the front of the vessel.
So, I am just going to jump over. Do I have movement left?
Yep. It only took you 10 feet of your movement to just hop onto that vessel.
So I'm gonna just walk up to this person, look down at him, and I'm gonna say to him, "Wow, you're really small." And I'm gonna take my maul and just basically just swing straight at him.
Okay. Go ahead, make your attack roll.
All right, so that is a 13 plus 6, so 19
That hits.
to hit. Awesome. So I get 2d6 and then an extra d6 because I'm enlarged. Okay, 6, 3, 1. So 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
10 points of bludgeoning damage. You got it. You slam down onto him and he springs back up and stumbles a little bit to the side, leans against the ballista right beside him for a moment, regaining his ground, and starts to drag that battle axe back up into position. He's hurt, but still on his feet.
You said we took a short rest, right?
You did take a short rest, yes.
I'm just gonna action surge then.
Okay.
And I'm gonna swing again.
Okay, swing again.
Well, that's not as good. That's a 7 plus 6, so 13?
13 does not hit.
Dang it. He's too small.
But go ahead and roll damage for me anyway.
Oh no, I don't want to hit the ship. Oh, I rolled really good too. 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
15 points of damage to the ballista as he ducks out of the way and you crash into the ballista. You can hear some of the wood kind of crack and splinter under the force of your maul.
Dang it, why did you move? I don't want to hurt the ship.
Just looks at you and starts to kind of growl and bark as he's ducking under, getting ready to do an uppercut swing with his axe towards you.
That's all I'm doing.
And is the last turn. Who would like to go next?
I mean, I don't know what Cecil's gonna do, but I feel like what we did last time worked really well. So I'm gonna do Basically the exact same thing, except this time I'm upcasting Dissonant Whispers with my last 2nd level spell slot.
Okay.
And I would like to cast it on these 2 people that are like near the back. Like,
Okay.
I can't. Can I not? This guy.
Okay,
And like this guy.
One thing that I do want to mention: this guy is recently. You guys couldn't see him when when you guys were far away. There's an interesting guy back here, but he's bound, like he's tied up.
Oh, I thought those.
And
were
he's
people.
like sitting. Here I'll shift in a.
Wait, like so, like this guy's not a clown.
This guy is not a clown orc. This guy looks like an insect of some sort, and he is tied up. And he's like leaning up against a box, like he looks like he is a hostage or prisoner.
Yeah. Okay. I would not. I do not want to Dissonant Whisper him.
You got it.
Instead, you know what? I'm gonna the armored guy. Like I feel like somebody's gonna have a really fun time ruining that man's life. So instead, I'm just gonna go for these 2 scrubs that are like on the ballista.
Okay.
And
sure.
I'm gonna Dissonant Whisper them. So they need to roll Wisdom saving throws.
Okay. The first one fails with a 9.
Nice.
Second one fails with a 10.
Excellent. They each take 13 points of psychic damage, and they both got to run to the back of the ship. Or as far as their movement will take them away from me.
Okay. They actually don't get a chance to run.
Because they end their lives?
Because 13 was the amount of hit points that they had.
Oh, okay,
so...
cool. So yeah, they like, so it's kind of like in Baldur's Gate 3 where they have the little tadpole that goes in your eye, but instead they have a feeling of something that like crawls into their ears and like slithers in, and they just hear Rayla's voice in their head, just telling them to die. Just die.
And their eyes just kind of like roll back into their heads, and you just see the life leave their form as they just crumple down onto the deck of the ship.
Sorry, Cecil, I wanted to give you more people to blast off of the ship, but they just blasted into oblivion instead.
Cecil's demeanor with the ship this close is completely different than you've ever seen Cecil's demeanor. He's got like a very angry look on his face, and he's very upset.
Well, I would have liked to have seen them blast off of the ship, but I can't help that I'm very powerful. You don't have to be angry at me, Cecil.
I think,
so out of it.
I think with that, Cecil will put his arms into the sleeves of the pirate jacket he's wearing, which he never really does. And I'm also going to jump onto the other ship. So you said it took like 10 to get where Zalath is?
10, honestly, 10 feet. You guys aren't really like where you are position wise. Imagine both ships are like side by side, so you can put yourself anywhere on the deck of that other ship for 10 feet of movement. Because you're basically just like launching yourself over there wherever you're positioning you think you would be on the other vessel as you're jumping over.
It won't let me go in, Michael.
Well, you go on
the ship.
Oh, sorry, I got a transparent wall there.
It has an anti-plasmoid shield.
Yeah, it's an anti-plasmoid shield.
Yay! I want to go right here.
Okay.
And as I saunter over across the deck, I get in between all these guys, and I very abruptly close my book, and tentacles whip out all around me and hit all 3 of them, because I am casting Arms of Hadar.
Arms of Hadar. Oh, nice. Is that an attack roll or a saving throw?
A saving throw.
Okay.
14 strength saving throw.
14.
I'm actually going to stand right here because it would have hit Zalath too otherwise.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you.
14 strength save. Okay, so the big guy first. I'll roll his. 13.
Let's go.
Fails. Oh, that one might be pretty good for one of these other guys. 19 for the guy to the north of you. Guy to the south, natural 20.
Damn. Okay.
So you got the big guy, the other 2, not so much.
So the two that save take half damage. I rolled 12 points of damage.
Okay, so you take 6.
The big guy takes the full 12 and cannot take reactions.
Alright, takes the full 12, cannot take reactions. So describe how this looks.
So I close my book, and then the tentacles all like suck into the book, and then from under my cloak, they all just appear, almost like they're coming from my back, and smack everybody around me, and then suck back in and flop out of the book again.
Okay. And it's what damage is it that it does?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's one of the damages.
Is it cold?
Necrotic.
Is it necrotic?
It's
Okay,
necrotic.
so as this like hits these creatures, you can see that their flesh almost kind of begins to gray and pale, and it looks like their veins become like blackened and darkened as the energy is just being sucked from their life forms. And so the big guy cannot take reactions.
Right.
Got it. All right. Anything else, Cecil?
That's it.
Okay. All right. Big guy's still up. He looks pretty shabby, but he's still up.
Zarin would like to go there.
Okay, Zarin would like to go there. Okay, so Zarin jumps on the deck and moves back to this guy who's just walking out of a doorway that leads to the lower ends of the ship.
I think upon seeing the hostage situation, her eyes glow like a blood red, and as a bonus action on this person, I'm doing Vow of Amity.
Okay, so
gonna-
what do I need to do? Do I need to do something?
It's a channel divinity. As long as he's within 10 feet of me, I gain advantage on attack rolls against a creature for 1 minute or until it drops to 0 hit points or falls unconscious.
Wow.
I've made a vow that I'm gonna end this person.
Okay, that's your bonus action.
That's my bonus action. As an action, I'm gonna stabby stab or slashy slash with my longsword.
Okay.
Dirty 20 to hit.
That hits. You can roll your
Let's
damage.
go.
I have 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. So you swear this oath, you swear this vow, and as you come through, it looks like he's getting ready to pull up a shield to defend himself, but you quickly make your cut before he can get the shield into place, and you gash through a space in the chainmail armor that he's wearing and carve into his flesh a little bit. So yeah, you hit him, he kind of growls and snarls at you as he's getting his regaining his posture and getting himself ready, pulling out this spear that he has in his other hand.
Alright, that is my
And
turn.
your turn. All right, I think Cleo
Yes.
is the last one we got.
Cleo's going to sling her bow back over her shoulder and pull out her short swords.
Okay.
She'll hop. Oh, I can't get on the boat. But that's okay.
Yeah, just tell me where and I'll pull you onto the boat.
Right next to this ballista.
Right next to this ballista?
At
Sure.
the
There you go. You can
moment,
go ahead and
yeah.
move now. You should have access to
I'll
move.
probably move in somewhere in a second. How capable does this dude here look as far as combat?
You really have no idea.
Okay.
It's hard to tell.
Looks like my allies have mostly got everything under control. No, Cleo's not gonna do it. I'm gonna hop over here with Zarin. Wait, no, sorry, Cecil's over here. I gotta help my bud because he's squish, very squish. And I guess I'll attack the guy on my right.
Okay. You got it.
That is a 23 to hit.
Oh, yes, definitely.
I think. +6, yes. Okay. That is 8 damage.
8 damage. You're attacking with your short swords?
Yes.
So you flip your swords around with a flurry as you're stepping behind Cecil. You step up these little steps and just kind of drive both of them into the chest of this orc. And the orc just, like, you hear this terrible guttural sound of blood filling the inner like esophagus and stuff, and this orc just plummets off of the side of the ship and is gone.
As it dies, Cleo leans in and meets it eye to eye and just says, "Goodbye," and then back.
I imagine you probably like kick him off of your blades as he goes flying off of the edge of the ship.
Blood just spattering everywhere.
Very good. Anybody? I think that's everybody who got to go for this turn. The kobolds on the other side. One ballista was prepared to fire. They're kind of like pointing it over to the direction, and they're all kind of on standby. It doesn't look like there's anything like they're everybody's engaged with someone, so they're afraid to pull the trigger. So they stop.
I look back at it and just give them the like no head shake.
You see, you give them the head shake, and the one like looks back up towards the trigger and goes.
Like baby Groot, the button.
yeah, it's like
No, not that one.
getting ready to push it and decides not to. So basically they finish their like reloading of ballistas, so every ballista now on your ship is ready to fire for the next round, if that were to take place. The enemies get to go next. This guy up front, head to head with Zalath, is going to try to just stand up to his feet. He's looking kind of groggy now as his flesh is kind of paled from the damage that he just took, but he's going to take this axe and he's going to try to swing it wildly towards Zalath. It does get to make 2 attacks. It does have multi-attack. So
he's attacking my ankle.
He is. He's
Don't
going
go
for
for
your
the
ankle.
Achilles, please. No.
2 attacks. The first one, ooh, that's good.
17's my AC. So
I rolled a 19 on the dice, so that's a
that
25 to hit.
with that one, because I don't know if the second one's gonna hit, so I'm just gonna go with that one. I'm gonna use my reaction.
Okay.
And I had inscribed, so I explained that I inscribed runes onto my chains, but I also did that onto my chainmail that I have also.
Okay.
So as this attack goes to hit me, I'm going to activate it, and this is my cloud rune. When I see a creature within 30 feet of me, of you, is hit by an attack roll. So, I was hit. You can use your reaction to choose a different creature other than the attacker within 30 feet of you to become the target of the attack instead of you. So basically, a portal opens up, and his blade goes through the portal and is going to hit this guy.
So
right here.
it strikes the orc instead of you.
Yeah. So basically, as he goes to swing with his battle axe, it goes through a portal, and then a portal opens up and hits this dude.
Oh gosh. So I'm rolling damage against the orc.
Yeah, because it uses the same to hit. So
Oh no. And with that, Cecil, as you're standing there, all of a sudden there's this strange mystical glow that appears next to the orc beside you, and a blade seems to come out of nowhere and carve into the orc, splattering blood on you, and the orc just falls to the deck motionless.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna look down at. Now look what you did. You just hit your friend.
He seems to like he thinks you're like fibbing and ignores you. Like he's confident that he made contact with you, and it takes the blade and just kind of swings it around again and tries to attack you once again. That is going to be only a 16 to hit.
Just misses. 17 AC.
Sparks go flying off your armor as you're unable to be your armor is unable to be carved through. He looks very frustrated. The other individual that's back here with Zarin is going to as a bonus action is going to cast a spell and begins reciting some incantations as it's getting its weapons ready. And all of a sudden, beside you, Zarin, you see this bright flash of light and a golden magical spear starts floating beside you. So it's cast spiritual weapon. And that spiritual weapon is going to make a strike against Zarin. Spellcasting modifier is... So that's an 18 to hit you with the spiritual weapon.
Just hit.
Just hits. Gotta double check my damage on this. D8. So the spiritual weapon is going to do 6 points of damage as the spear kind of comes out of nowhere and just drives down into your back. And then with a hand on a spear is going to try to, while you're kind of like trying to dodge this magical spear, it's going to try to jab you with the spear in his hands. That rolled good too. 22 to hit. So total on that is going to be... Hold on a second. I've lost my dice. There we go. Oh. 14 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
Hey, yo. I'm really glad I gave you this time.
Those hit points are coming in handy right now. That's right. And he just like snarls at you. You can see he's wearing a helmet that has horns on it, but he's also has his face painted like a clown.
Cool.
Cleo. In your mind, you hear a voice. Oh, thank you so much for coming to my rescue. Can you please help me?
Oh, okay. I'm looking around. I think Cleo is like...
Oh, now, question. Are you saying
observant.
okay in your head, or are you speaking it?
In my head.
Okay, got it.
This is not my first telepathic communication. I think Cleo is observant enough to like look towards the little insect guy and kind of...
Yeah, he's looking directly at you.
Yeah. Like, are you? Yeah, okay, it's you. All right.
And that's all he does on his turn. So, we go to the next round. We shift gears.
Wait.
Oh, did somebody not get to go?
I didn't have a turn.
You didn't get a turn?
You attacked the orcs.
I thought we got back around.
No,
No,
not
because
yet.
you were. Oh, yours one was okay.
Yeah,
yours
mine
was-
It's more
was
the enemy turn.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was
Yeah.
a reaction.
So now we're
Okay.
flipping back to Hero's turn. So now you guys can decide what you would like to do.
Well, I'll take another swing at this dude.
Okay, go for it.
And did you want to do something?
I'm
Cleo?
just gonna run over and cut this
Okay.
guy loose.
So, what's a 15 plus 6, so 21.
That hits.
And then 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Go ahead and describe how you take him down, Zalath.
As I look down at him, I'm like, I thought you were gonna be a stronger opponent. And I'm just gonna like bring the maul down straight onto his head and like try and flatten him as like a pancake, basically.
Oh yeah, and you
Whoosh.
do. Like when
The bug.
yeah, like just legs and arms are sticking out from under your maul as it slams down onto the deck of the vessel.
Like a cartoon mallet.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a cartoon mallet. That's exactly it.
I will just like pick up pick up the body,
Okay.
and I'm gonna make sure that the axe stays on. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna keep him on. I'm gonna keep him on this because just in case he has something cool on him. Well, I was gonna throw him overboard, but I'm gonna keep him on the deck.
Okay. You got it.
And then I'm just gonna move like onto the deck more, and I can't actually move onto the ship more. But I'm just
Whole
gonna like
ship
move.
shakes
I'm
and moves.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move like.
I'll
somewhere
grab you.
over
Yeah,
here.
everybody's
So-
trying to hold on to railings as the lath moves across
Yeah.
the ship.
There you go. And that will be my turn.
By the way, my con save was good, so shield of faith is still up.
She'll face still good. Okay, good.
Can I just give the last, I'm not like, oh my god, I guess I'll go onto the ship. Ugh.
Here, I'll pull you on. Where
yeah,
you
put
want to
me
go on
over
right,
there.
right there?
Yeah,
Right
just
about
put
there?
me- I step onto the ship,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna give the last guy down here who's bothering Zarin, I'm just gonna give him like a zesty little chill touch.
Zesty
just-
little
just a
chill
little-
touch.
just a little-
chill touch.
Just a little tickle.
That's a good one. I like it.
Yeah,
I mean-
that's a 22 to hit.
That hits.
So Rayla holds out her hand because she sees him summon the spiritual weapon, and she's like, infidel, and she just this spectral hand will come out, and it'll be a hand. It's just her hand with like really long nails and claws, and it's just gonna choke him, and he takes 2 necrotic damage.
Nice.
2
You know
necrotic
what?
damage.
You know
Oh,
what?
the damage.
He can't regain hit points until the start of my next
Very
turn,
true.
and that hand is stuck on him.
Cannot regain hit
Because-
points. That's a good one.
Cause this dude is, get wrecked, buddy.
If Rayla wanted it, I would have reached out my hand and like helped her aboard the ship if she would have asked also, if you wanted.
I mean, yeah, she probably would have been
Yeah.
like, I'm coming over, and then you
Yeah,
had
and
to
I
like,
would've
hold
just
out your
helped.
hand, and
Yeah.
then she.
Massive hand. You just
Yep.
crawl onto
Just-
it.
Yep, just bring her over.
But
I
yeah,
figured she would want me to do that, so.
That's
but
it.
yeah, then she's just like, Zarin, kill him.
Not at.
So it's whoever's turn would like to go next.
I
there-
think Cleo's just going to like spin around Zalath and head over here to this guy and cut him free.
Okay.
She does like lean in to like his little eye stalks and is like, if you intend to try and harm us, it will not end for you. Well,
You hear in your mind, no harm will come to my saviors.
Mm.
Thank you.
and I'll just slice him free with my little short swords.
Okay. You slice 3 to you. Here in your mind, this just like, almost like a sigh of relief. That would be Cleo's turn. Zarin, did you want to go?
Yeah, I want to flash this guy again.
All right, you got it.
Not for that advantage. Another dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
It was a 2 and a 15. Ooh. 12 damage.
12 damage. Brutal.
I think I might. Do I want to?
Yes.
No,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you want
no.
to.
Yeah, you do.
I
You
will,
should-
but I have
you should
one
just-
left. I
It
have
doesn't
one
matter,
left.
you wanna do it.
But we're gonna. But listen. You should just do it.
Yeah,
We're
we're all
do it.
resting. To
We're
do
rest,
it.
We're gonna rest
Spend it.
soon. If
I
we're
didn't
gonna-
move so that I could let you have the kill. I wanted you to get this.
Do it.
Do it,
Please,
Zarin.
do
Do it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
all set you up for it. Come on.
Yeah.
Crush
Alright,
him.
I will use my last spell slot and do a Wrathful Smite.
Okay.
Do it.
Wrathful Smite is the one you have to cast before you attack, isn't it?
Technically.
Because it's like
Oh, is that the bad? Oh,
Yeah.
I just do a normal smite then.
Normal smite, yeah.
Divine
So
smite.
just-
Yeah, normal
Yeah,
smites
that's
are the
just when
ones
you
you can
hit.
add on afterwards. Yeah.
Oh, got you. Okay,
Yeah,
I understand.
wrathful is you have to use it before you attack.
They should come up with a
understand.
different name for those. They should like.
Yeah, I was very confused. I'm like, it's a
Yeah.
smite, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's
Garden
some
Paladin.
there's some that are like
First
yeah,
time paladin.
there's some that you cast before and then they like the effect stays until you hit like within a minute or something like that.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
They are concentration to be.
They are
Just so
concentration.
you know about
yeah.
that, so that would have dropped
Okay,
shield of faith.
Thank you. Thank you for
Yeah.
thank you for saving me.
Yep.
I understand. We'll do a regular divine smite.
Regular smite.
Regular smite.
Regular smite. Regular
An
smite.
extra 9 extra radiant smite damage.
9 extra radiant smite damage.
Ruin him.
So with this blast of energy, he teeters back, holds his ground.
What?
Wow.
No.
He's still up.
He is a big boy.
He's a big
He's
boy. He snarls in your direction, Zarin, as he is standing face to
Well-
face with you. He
Well,
does look like he's taking some damage, but he is
Yeah.
fighting through it.
Alright. I just snarl back at him and I elongate my fangs for funsies.
And he like opens his mouth and it reveals his like pointed, jagged teeth. Cecil.
Yeah, so Cecil will very, very slowly step down these stairs and come over here
Mhm.
and shoot his Eldritch Blast at this guy.
Okay.
That's 15 plus 6,
That hits.
21.
Mm-hmm.
For the full 10 points of force damage,
10
but he can't
points.
like be pushed anywhere. I'm pretty sure because that wall's pretty high.
There's a door behind him.
Stairs, yeah.
Oh, okay, we whip him through the door. We whip him down the stairs.
Push him down the
Yeah.
stairs.
So-
300.
So this tendril grabs him and rips him through the door back there. And you hear him go, and he was after he was just snarling at Zarin, and all of a sudden, Zarin, you see the black tendril like wrap around his waist, and he goes, huh? And then goes backward, straight back, and you hear the door just like crumple and shatter and splinter as wood just goes flying everywhere, and you hear "Doo, doo, 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 doo,"
Oh my god.
back behind,
Only that triggered attack opportunities.
and he takes 5 additional points of bludgeoning damage
Stare
rolling down the steps. And all of a
I
sudden,
mean, falling downstairs hurt.
all of a sudden, that glowing spear that was next to you, Zarin, just poofs and vanishes.
He died down the stairs.
Oh my god, I can't believe the stairs got him.
He had 2 hit points left. The stairs was what killed him.
How do the stairs want to do this, Michael?
The stairs killed this guy.
The stairs finished him.
It was that one stair that's a little bit smaller than the rest
Mhm.
that catches you every time. You know what I'm talking about?
The worst there.
Someone
And-
better call like OSHA or like the health department, the building code people about that.
That's it. That's it.
So we're gonna need that to be patched and
Yeah.
fixed.
You guys are out of encounter.
Wow.
Sorry, Captain. I intended that to be yours.
No, that was way more satisfying to watch, to be honest.
I shrink back
Way
down
more satisfying to be watched.
to my normal size. But that was a fun fight. They didn't really put up a
Leo
fight
just
though.
points at like the little insect guy.
Yeah,
Oh.
are you okay?
Hello.
In your mind, you hear, yes, I'm okay. I've been better, but I am okay.
What happened?
This group of space clown orcs chased down my ship.
Space clown orcs.
So
I'm
deeply
not- I
offended
don't-
by the
I'm not
concept
hearing
of this.
Yeah, they were very odd that they had clown makeup on.
Is that what that makeup is? I thought that it was just their religious paint.
I mean, maybe it was, but that if you go like to a circus or a carnival or something, there's a lot of clowns there. Some of them are creepy though. Like they're supposed to be funny, but some can be very creepy.
Are you the only one that they held captive?
Yes, I was I'm the spelljammer of my vessel.
This vessel? Not, did they destroy your other
No,
vessel?
this vessel is garbage.
Yeah, it is garbage.
It smells terrible aboard this vessel. Look how terrible the paint job is.
You have a very good point.
My vessel is called the Prayer.
Where's that?
Well, the last I saw it, we were headed away from a derelict ship that we thought we found. An old nautiloid vessel of the Mind Flayer.
Is this just in Zaren's head or all of our heads?
I would say he's speaking to all of you in your minds.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, those ships can be dangerous. You gotta be careful of them.
Yes, I thought it was empty, but there were others aboard. We tried to sneak off, but apparently we were seen. They sent this nasty vessel after us. They got lucky and overtook us. You see, my ship doesn't deal mainly in weaponry. We're more in cargo. This ship was faster than mine, too. That's the only thing this ship has.
Well, we are. Was your ship in working order, and was like your crew on there still, or did the crew, perish?
Some crew perished. I think the others were held captive.
On the nautiloid ship?
No, on my vessel when they overtook us.
Oh, they kept your vessel.
I think so. I don't know. They brought me aboard this. Said they were going to bring me back.
Back where?
I'm assuming back to the nautiloid.
And what are you called? Do you have a name?
My name is Kiktalnik.
Can I just call you Kick?
Sure, if it's easier for you.
That would be much easier for me. Well, I'm Zalath.
Thank you so much, Zalath, for coming to my rescue.
Oh, it was no problem. Well, are you? Do you know the way back to your ship, or are you just we kind of like just floating out here now?
We are some distance away. I may know the way back, but I feel as if I need a ship that's worthy of combat in order to take my ship back. I think if I were able to find a better vessel, and maybe a crew with some impressive skills, then maybe I could take it back.
Well, hey, we were actually looking for another spelljammer. So our captain, now I'll motion over to Zaren, doesn't have to fly the ship the whole time.
But
sorry, Cecil.
Spelljamming is something I am very, very good at.
Perfect. Look at that, guys. We already found another crew member. Of course, as long as you would be okay with joining us. Our ship crashed, unfortunately.
Oh no. Was it a total loss?
Yeah, it kind of cracked in half.
Oh.
We have the helm still.
Oh.
Do we have the helm still though?
Oh no, actually,
Yeah,
probably
I
got ran
sure
over
was-
in the.
Yeah, I don't think we.
Maybe we had the helm.
I think you had it.
Unfortunately,
I think you
We
still
had
had
it, but
We have it out of character because I made sure to tie it so we could run with it.
Yeah.
I remember
Oh,
doing
Okay,
that.
so we
Okay.
still do have it. Yeah.
You guys
Yeah,
still
we
have it.
We
yeah.
have the helm of
Everything
our,
else
of our
goes
other
good.
ship.
Okay, yeah.
Well, that's good. That's a hard thing to replace.
Yes, it is.
So just to clarify, you were on this derelict ship,
Yes.
encountered others, tried to flee. The
Yes.
others that were there captured you and intended to take you back. Were they using it as a base?
I
Why would they
don't.
want to take you back there? Did you find something?
I overheard a conversation.
What
But I only got,
conversation?
I don't know, between some mysterious individuals. I didn't get a good look at them. I could only see them silhouetted against the deep expanse of space. But I did hear something, a conversation taking place. It included someone named Dementia and someone by the name of Leora. Another name was spoken, but I only saw two present. Someone named Zilrai.
Are these names familiar? To me? I don't know. I'm a hermit. I don't know what a clown is. I don't know what a turtle is.
I mean, these
Yeah.
names don't ring a bell to anybody, right? I'm
These
assuming.
names don't really ring a bell to anybody here. This is all like first time hearing these names. He does go on and say that, so, we were just looking for spoils, you know?
Treasure
we-
hunters.
We try to get as much of things as we can, and we take it to various places, and we make our coin. That's how we get by. But
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
one of the things that they were talking about, and this makes no sense to me, but the Azure are nearing completion of removing the heart from the stone. And something about the harvest. And whatever this harvest is, will be the destruction of many worlds.
That doesn't sound great.
It scared me. So I said, hey, let's get off of this ship. And
that
we
was
started...
on the Nautiloid?
That was on the Nautiloid, where I heard this conversation.
Quick question. Is that like a religious thing? Like, okay, so Rayla has a very specific religion, but I think when she was like cloistered away, she like studied a lot of stuff because she's pretty intelligent and she has religion proficiency. Does any of this like, this heart and like all of this, does that like ring a bell at all?
Make a
Is
religion
this
check.
is this a, because I mean that kind of, it's different terminology, but there's some that really is like, interesting. No. 7.
7?
No. No.
It could be. You're not sure.
Okay.
Apparently something about the heart is the appropriate kind of energy to make the harvest happen. It sounds very bad to me. So I gathered my crew. We tried to sneak back off without being seen. And we were headed out of there as quick as we could. I don't know who I could have told about this, but this is everything that I've heard. I don't know what's going on. I just want my ship back.
It definitely sounds bad.
Harvest definitely makes me think of a reaping, based on everything that you've just said, but
Well, that sounds terrible.
I mean, you all
very
said you all needed help,
strange.
right? I'm looking over towards Zarin and Rayla. What are you all? And then I'll look back over to Kick. And are you said you all aren't really fighters, right? But you could crew a ship.
I can crew a ship. I also have some... Well, let's just say I can sometimes put images in other people's minds. And sometimes cause them to have really bad headaches.
Interesting. So how about if we help you get your ship back? Can you help us?
For helping me,
They're on
if
a
you...
they're on a mission and they need more people. So
Absolutely anything to get my ship back. If you help me, I will definitely help you.
that. More
I
crew.
know what it's like to lose a ship. I'd gladly help you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
So are we going to go there right away, or are we going to follow to this
I think
rock?
it's still smart to go to the rock to get
Probably
resupplies.
needs supplies.
We can't do anything on this thing. So I look at the ship we're on.
Yeah, this
This
ship
full of
really,
holes.
really
be
does
bad,
smell.
but you could probably sell it.
We could possibly sell it and maybe get a different one.
Yeah, you hear Kick talking in your mind saying, yeah, some scumbag will buy this piece of crap.
It is a very fast ship.
Do we know why it's so fast? Is it just because of how it's built?
Style, like
The type,
The
yeah, the
style
type.
type, yeah, the model of it is just quicker and a little bit more. I guess aerodynamics doesn't really matter in space, but this one's turbocharged, guys.
It has NOS.
It has
Yes.
NOS. It has NOS. That's right.
this one's just Tokyo drifting around.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Hell
right.
yeah.
A drift boat. Yeah.
Drift boat.
Let's do it.
Well, we could follow, probably just follow the Cobalt's ship. Cause I don't does any of us know where this place is? Like, could we navigate there?
Kiktalnik
proficient at
Kiktalnik
navigator
knows
school.
where it is.
Okay.
So if he's spelljamming the vessel, he could get you guys there. But if you guys are going with the kobolds anyway, like you guys can follow the
Yeah.
kobolds. It doesn't really matter. It's your choice.
I
You
just
guys
wanted to
got
make I just wanted
plenty
to make sure
of
just in case
people
we got
that-
separated from the Cobalts.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. If you guys want to travel as a group, that's fine. Or if you want to part ways with the kobolds and go your own way with the Kiktalnik, you can. It's totally up to you guys.
Yeah, I personally like the idea of taking the ship, maybe selling it.
We should see. We maybe see what's on board now.
Also true. I
Are they
wanna,
going to go check the captain's quarters, or like maybe they have like star maps, go back to where they need to go to, and so on.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna go over and pick up that guy's axe.
I think
Okay.
Cleo's gonna hop back over to the other ship and start gathering like her stuff and Zalath's stuff and like, okay, we're moving ships. We're gonna go over here.
Some
Yeah,
of
after
some of the
picking up
kobolds
battle
seem
axe,
kind
I
of
will do the same
sad
thing.
seeing you guys do this, but they
Yeah, grab the helm if you can.
What's
Sure, I can grab it.
I cannot.
I will.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
I will just grab the. Is it a battle axe or is it a great axe?
It is considered a great axe.
Cool. Yeah, I will just grab it and kind of just carry it with me, and I will jump back over with Cleo, go grab the spelljamming helm.
Don't worry, we'll be right behind you.
Yeah, we're gonna follow you, and we're gonna take this ship.
Ziv looks at you, Zalath, and Cleo and says, do they have any silver?
We could check.
We like silver.
Like so? Okay. Yeah, we can check. You did help.
Great. He just like smiles.
There's no reason why they like silver. Don't give us that look. All right.
We already know what's canon. Why do you keep denying it?
No.
There's nothing canon. What do you mean?
Why are you doing this to us? You're just gonna give them more like ammo against us.
Trolling.
Cecil wants to check the guy who broke his neck on the stairs. Like,
Oh,
I'll check his pockets.
Here's what I'm gonna do for you guys that are like going through the vessel and like looting around. I've got kind of like just basically like a general, like there's nothing stopping you guys from getting into every room and like going around and like
Right.
searching the place. So I'm just going to give you kind of like a general overview of the loot that you get from this vessel. There is a total of, in coinage, it's a total of 168 gold pieces worth of coinage in various chests and pouches and stuff along this ship or in the bodies of the dead that you found. The exact like separation of change is 30 gold pieces, 1,200 silver, and 1,800 copper. There are 6 gemstones that are kind of small. You think you could probably fetch 10 gold pieces per gemstone of varying types, different colors. And there is also you find tucked underneath one of the beds down below, you find a bottle that has like a red sparkling potion inside of it. And you also find hidden away under like a hidden compartment, as you guys are kind of digging through, you find 3 what look to be scroll tubes that have some kind of like runes or writing kind of on the side of them.
Rolls are nice.
I forgot what I was playing for a second. I got very excited when I heard.
You are not a wizard, unfortunately. However, since you're the book, the tome, can't you copy spells into that? Like ritual spells, I think?
That's if I take the
is that a pack
invocation.
or an invocation? No.
But you could technically use a scroll and it wouldn't take your spell slot, correct?
Right.
So if you found a scroll that was one on your spell list, you could technically use it as an action to read it and cast the spell without expending a spell slot.
Right.
So there's also that.
Could you repeat the amount of gold?
Yes, it's 30 gold pieces, 1,200 silver, and 1,800 copper. And if you put that all together, it's a total of 168 gold pieces in coinage. If you want to just go by the gold.
Okay, I'm putting that there for some quick maths.
Michael, for my personal reasons, would so my patching thing that I've talked about before, it's for water vehicles, but I'm assuming the hull of this ship would be kind of similar to a water vehicle. If I had wood, would I be able to repair it?
Yeah, you'd be able to repair it.
Okay.
It doesn't have too much damage to it. There is a couple of ballista bolts sticking out of the front of it. And it looks like somebody accidentally hit one of the ballistas in the front. Looks like it would still fire.
I can restore 10 hit points to it until it's pulled ashore and repaired for realsies. So, like a patch job.
A patch job? Okay. 10 hit points to the hull?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. So Cecil's kind of just getting to work, doing some repairs on this.
Pushing the ballista, the bolt out. Get out.
So so are you fixing the hull, or are you trying to fix the ballista? Because they're two separate.
Because we shot through the hull.
Yep. Got it. So you restored 10 hit points to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm assuming we are separating that money since.
I mean, I did divvy it up between 5 people there. If we want, if everyone want to know how many things.
Is Rayla the treasurer? Is Rayla the treasurer?
Zalath, if you don't want your portion of the money, I'll take it.
Oh no! I definitely want it.
I mean, I was gonna divvy it up for everybody just because, but I also want to give me the scrolls. I'd like to study them.
I have no need of them.
I'd be curious to know which scrolls they were. I mean,
that's what I want to figure out.
I before we separate, and we start moving again, I'm after bringing back the helm, collecting the money. I'm gonna go back over to the kobold ship and go up to the captain. Okay. You said you like silver, right? So I will hand over 100 silver pieces for them. This is for helping us, not only saving us from that stampede, but also helping get the ship. So, and I'll hand over 100 silver pieces to them.
Oh, well, thank you for your generosity. This will be great in helping us resupply our candles.
I'm glad.
I'd also give you money for them, my silver portion for them before you jump over there.
Oh, okay.
So an extra 260, I think.
Extra 260? Oh. Okay.
240, I think.
240.
So
okay,
extra...
so then they get 340.
340? 340 silver to them. Oh, they're ecstatic. And you see another one of the kobolds kind of rush downstairs and then come back up with this chest. And they come up to it and it opens it up and it is full of just silver pieces. There is no gold, no copper,
Just silver.
only silver. And
Why are
they
you doing this,
and
Michael?
and they take your pouch that you hand the silver and they just dump the silver out of the pouch and then hand you the empty pouch whenever they're done. And they just put it in there and they all like a couple of them surround and they give like this little bow to the treasure chest and they close the treasure chest and the one goes back down with the treasure chest.
Is there
Not the bow.
No.
is there a reason why you like this? Like, because you could like turn that into gold and it would be less like cumbersome. Is there a reason why you like the silver more than like gold or platinum?
Vix said best friend silver.
Oh,
Silver, best friend.
okay. So apparently Vix also likes silver coins. Okay, sure, that's fine. So cute. All right, we'll follow you. We're gonna be over here, so if you need anything, you can just holler over, and we can talk that way.
Sure.
Okay.
On the way, we may do a bit of fishing.
Sure.
I love fishing.
Oh, you like to fish too?
I was never
Yeah.
very good at it. I'm super impatient
I
for it.
think Cecil actually has a fishing set.
I
I do have fishing equipment. I pull out my I have a fishing rod that folds down to go into a backpack. I pull out my fishing rod.
Cecil,
Yeah.
will you teach me to fish?
Sure. I love fishing.
I've never done fishing before.
It's very fun.
Ziv, seeing you guys all over there kind of getting excited, gestures to one of the other purple kobolds, and the other purple kobold brings a bunch of other fishing rods and fishing equipment and hands it over to you. You can let your friends try too.
We'll immediately take one and just be like, yes.
Wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
They're not the best, but they'll do.
Yeah.
I'm not picky.
Yeah.
I've
Sure,
survived
I'll
thousands of
grab
years
it.
in the astral sea. I'm good.
I'll grab it and take it back over to our ship, and then I'll hand all of them off to Zarin. If you want to fish, I personally don't want to.
I'll pass for now. Maybe later.
I'm just gonna set these here. I just set them up against one of the walls or something.
Okay.
Now to roll a 9 or a 10 while I'm fishing.
Michael,
That's
was
what I
there
want.
any star charts or indications on where this thing came from or where it was going?
There, you didn't find any charts or maps. It seemed as if your vibe is this guy knew this place well enough that he didn't need it.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the stairs killed him.
Yeah, they did good.
Way to go, stairs.
Way to go,
DM's inspiration to the stairs.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
They deserve it.
So you guys are getting comfortable on this ship that you do see the name of the vessel is kind of carved into the side. It was hard to see at first, but it's called the Bloodlust. Is the name of this vessel.
Wait, that's kind of a good name.
That's kind of a hot
sick
name.
That's kind of fucking metal as hell.
You can always clean it up.
The ship and keep
Yeah.
it.
The
if
Bloodlust,
we can't-
full
if we
of
can't get-
space orc clowns.
If we can't get enough money for this ship to have the ability to buy a new one, we could just give this one, dunk it in bleach. Just get a giant
We
vat of
could.
bleach and clean
Yeah,
it.
just
We
clean
can
it
clean
up.
this
Yeah.
up, yeah.
Yeah, deep clean.
Paint job.
Yeah, that's really cool. Rayla does not catch her own food. Her food is provided to her, so she's going to spend time basically with these scrolls trying to figure out what they are if she can,
Okay, yeah, perfect.
while everyone else is fishing.
Absolutely. Yeah, you could definitely do that. Mm-hmm.
I think only Cecil and Cleo are fishing.
Cecil,
Yeah. I go
Clearly
I go
not
sit at the
good.
back of the boat, like hanging my feet off the ledge.
Okay.
Just
Just casting a line.
yeah.
You got
So
it.
you cast the line like this, and we wait.
That sounds terrible.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. You just wait until the rod. You have to hold on to the rod because if you don't, you're gonna lose it.
Can I hold the rods in one hand and then read my book with the other?
You just gotta hold on tight
Do you want
because
another? Do you want the book back?
I have to focus
I'm-
on. If I don't hold with both hands, I'm gonna lose it.
Oh,
Yeah. But
okay.
you just wait for the rod to start shaking, and you reel it in. Gotta be really fast.
I am very fast.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. For the first hour that you're fishing, I need each of you to make a survival check.
I think I'm good at this. I am a rager. I should be good at this. I am good at
Yes.
this. But I rolled really bad. Cleo is not a fisherman.
What did you?
I rolled a 4, so that's a 9.
A 9. Okay.
total.
And you rolled a 5.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are
I'm
having
better
a
than I'm doing better than
very nice long conversation. You guys are just sitting
Cleo's
there.
reading her book.
But in that span, Rayla, you are spending some time with these scrolls. You discover that the first scroll that you spent an hour kind of looking at is a spell scroll with the cantrip Mage Hand. So in the first hour of being aboard the vessel, that's kind of what you determine that is. How about if any? So Zarin, Zalath, you guys just kind of hanging out for this first hour. It's getting
yeah,
kind of
just-
late. You guys are probably starting to get tired. I mean, you guys haven't had a night's sleep yet. It's been.
I'm
yeah.
going to.
Sorry,
Cleo and Cecil just fall asleep on like the bow of the ship with fishing rods in their hands.
How is like the rooms on this ship? Are they small still, like for my size, or?
This still is a pretty small vessel.
Yeah, because I'm used to bigger ships.
Yes, this ship is there is one room that's probably like 20 feet by 15, so it's a little bit bigger.
Is there like a mess hall, or like is that like a?
There's a little kitchen and a little place where they gathered. There's a little table that some people like eat on. It looks like it's a multi-purpose table. Like they eat on it and then they take all their food off and put like maps or or they put like papers and stuff like that or
Clown
whatever.
makeup.
Yeah, their clown makeup. Yeah. Oh, that's one thing I forgot to mention. Every one of those orcs that you got have a disguise kit on them. So if you would like a disguise kit,
Cool.
that's what they use to paint their faces with.
Oh, I take one because I have a thing that can give me proficiency.
Yeah, anybody that would like a disguise kit, you can grab one from these orcs.
I take
I
one.
will just clean up that area a little bit, and I'll put my bedroll there
Okay.
because I'll have more room there than in any other rooms.
No,
And I'm just gonna sleep and like have my hand basically on that or that great axe while I sleep.
okay.
If it's magical, I'm going to attune to it. If it's not magical, then it's just going to be there as a sleeping companion.
Okay.
So
You got it. Perfect. Your spell probably is worn off, right?
Oh yeah, I dropped. It only lasts a minute. I
Oh,
dropped
that's
that
right.
as soon as the
Got
battle was over.
Here, I'll pull you into the room that I was kind of describing with the table in it that I was talking to you about.
Okay, cool.
So you're down a couple of maps there.
I see. Yeah, that room is perfect. Yeah, I'll just like sprawl out. I'll lay on that couch there.
Couch?
Yeah, I'm gonna lay on the couch here.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I'm
Yep.
definitely. This is like a love seat for me, but it's a couch for everybody else.
Kiktalnik is driving, so he's going to be down here with the helm of the ship. So he's down here as well. driving the vessel. All right. Cecil and Cecil's back here with Cleo, and they're doing some fishing.
Is Zarin doing anything in particular? Because like if Rayla is there for like 20 minutes reading a scroll, and if Zarin is just sharpening her sword again, she's gonna hold out one of the scrolls and be like, "Read this. Your sword is sharp enough."
Correct.
I was gonna go to bed, but if you need help, I
You
suppose
can
I
wait
could
an
help you.
hour. Read it. I'll help you if you don't understand. You're welcome. And I'm making her help me identify them.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Got it. All right. So another hour is going to pass. Zalath, you have fallen asleep.
Yeah, I'm asleep.
And is Cecil falling asleep too? Or
It's just waiting for the pole to shake.
go ahead,
He's like-
both of you make survival checks for your second hour of fishing.
Me too.
Wow.
Seven?
Double seven.
Double
Guys.
sevens.
Oh no.
I rolled a 2 and I have a +5, so that's, yeah, 7.
Cecil, you're really tired, and you think you might be just using the wrong bait. They're just not biting.
I'm determined. I'm determined. I trust this bait. This is my trusty bait.
Cecil, I don't know if this is working. We've been here for hours.
No. What's one more hour? What's one more hour in the grand scheme of this journey?
Is everybody else? Are Rayla and Zarin on deck, or are they elsewhere, like below deck?
Well, that depends. What's the cleanest part of this ship?
Cleanest
Zarin
part of
would've-
this ship. Let's see.
Yeah.
There is a room.
Did clean up the mess hall before I went to bed.
This
Is there like a captain's quarters?
this
where we
yeah.
can,
There's
sit
there's
down?
this room that is probably the cleanest room on the ship that has 2 beds in it. You guys see where I moved you to?
Yeah.
It's kind of
Rayla it wants to be in wherever it is not absolutely disgusting.
the other rooms are pretty disgusting. They're just very cluttered and things are just thrown everywhere. A lot of things are broken and smell bad. It's just
No, we don't do it. She's not going into that stinky bachelor pad with all the dirty socks on the ground. Like, absolutely not. Darren can go wherever she wants, but she is forcefully given a scroll.
I think she would read a scroll for at least an hour.
okay.
I don't know I know Celestial, Common, Infernal, and Primordial. I don't know if that would help you. If I can't make headway on it, like if it's not a spell I'm familiar with, I will pass out.
What's great about this is as you're reading, these runes actually make sense after a while.
Okay. I stay awake.
And you start reading through and you decipher a little bit. You determine that this is a spell scroll of a 2nd level spell called Branding Smite.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, yeah, she does not go to sleep. She stays awake. She, like, sits up straighter.
If they're below deck, Cleo will offer to read her book out loud to Cecil while we're fishing.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
like,
yes.
Oh god.
Yes, please do it. I love
Very
this story.
good.
This one is not nearly as spicy. This is like a romantic romance novel instead of like an erotic romance novel. So this is more. She's like, this one's my favorite.
Is it is it the Notebook kind of
No,
No.
it's a little bit more.
What do you want? What do you want?
It's a little bit more like tragic love story ish. For sure. Yeah,
Got it.
like star-crossed lovers kind of a vibe.
Got it. That's perfect.
Wonderful.
So you're reading it out loud. That
Yes.
here's what I'm gonna do though. If you guys decide to stay up one more hour fishing, I'm gonna give Cecil disadvantage on his fishing check because it's gonna put him to sleep.
That's fair. That's fair.
But before we resolve that, Rayla, the scroll that you have, as
Third one,
your the final scroll is a spell scroll of the first level, and it's Arms of Hadar. And what's funny is I randomly rolled all these scrolls, and they came out to be spells that you guys could actually use. So
That is really.
I'm
funny.
not sure how useful Mage Hand would be. I think it depends on. I'm not sure whose list that's on, but
I
I think
have it already.
you already have
But I
it.
think
as a, yeah.
think Jamie might be able to. If you don't have it, you might be able.
You might be
take
able to
it.
use it. Yeah.
If
Or at
I
least
take
use
the
it once.
invocation, I can add it to my book.
But yeah. As soon as Zarin starts getting into that scroll, like Rayla's just like, ah ha ha, I was right. Like in her mind.
Love it.
And then after they're identified, and Rayla just gives the like, you like Krabby Patties, don't you, SpongeBob? Look to Zarin. You seem very interested in whatever's happening on that scroll. Would you like to keep it? I mean, they all belong to me, but I'll let you have that one.
That's so generous, Rayla. Thank you.
What's on it?
I'll hand it to her.
I don't think I can read that. I don't think I know what it said. Well,
If you spend an
Yeah.
hour with it, you'd know what it is. But you'd have to spend another hour on it because even with
I'm not spending an hour reading it. Just tell me
Oh,
what it
it's,
is.
it's
she could
another-
just tell you what it is.
It's a smite type spell, but higher level.
Oh, I have
Not
no
quite.
use for that. You take that.
Mm-hmm. So generous. Thank you.
One of these both of them I already know how to do, and in fact, I have seen Cecil cast the other one. I don't want to interrupt with their little stick fest. Whatever's happening there, but maybe he would find use for one of them. Or we could just sell it, and I could buy more jewelry. I'll
Or we
think
could
on
sell
it.
it and get more things for a ship.
Option B.
Okay.
If there isn't any nice jewelry on this rock, then sure, we can do that.
All right.
I think
Now
it's
I'm
time
going to bed.
for. Yes, I think it's time for a good trance.
Excellent. So as you guys are getting yourselves comfortable, we go back up deck side where Cleo is reading the book while they're fishing. Cecil is drifting off. You guys can make another survival check as you're on your third hour of fishing here as the ships can continue
go.
on their journey through wild
I
space.
did it! I did the fish thing! That's an 18 on die for a total of 23.
18 is going to be a success.
Cecil fell asleep. I rolled a 5.
5.
Again.
Oh no!
So,
Nice.
Cecil's like completely out. Like, just
Just
sitting
on,
there.
on Cleo's shoulder, like looking
Yeah.
over her shoulder at the book.
Yeah.
Cleo, roll a d10 for me.
Ooh, ooh.
9 or 10. 9 or 10.
Oh no, where are my d10s? I'm so... Okay, here we go. This is my Alana dice, so maybe it'll be good. That's an 8, sorry.
Aw.
You get, as you're reading, the fishing pole starts to bend drastically.
It
It almost pulls from your grip.
Over. Oh, Cecil!
Cecil,
Ah,
they're
What?
shouting
What?
beside you.
What's happening?
You're like on her shoulder, so I think it's like her shoulder is like moving too. So she's like,
Yeah.
Cecil!
like,
like,
oh my
I know
gosh.
it's moving.
I'll grab the pole with her and then another pseudopod pops out and like starts like
Okay, that's
helping her reel.
Excellent. So an extra pseudopod pops out, reeling the fish. The pole is just drastically starting to bend, and Cleo, you can feel like it's just starting to like pull forward. You can feel
strength
that.
is my dump stat, you guys.
I have a decent strength. It's okay.
And you can feel the pull of the string that this is attached to the fishing pole. The line is just like pulling from right to left, and then like a drastic pull down, and then over as you're trying to hold on. Cecil is helping as desperately as he can to reel this back in. And all of a sudden, it gets easier, and it's still bending, but
Okay.
it's almost as if, Cecil, you've recognized this, that you're tiring the fish out.
Yeah, it's
Tiring
getting
it out.
tired.
It's getting tired. And then all of a sudden you pull what seems to be a really decent sized fish from wild space. And you look at it, and Cecil, you recognize it as a space flounder.
Oh.
Is it pretty?
No, they're pretty gross
No.
looking. Like real flounder in real life. They don't look very nice. They don't look like flounder from Little Mermaid.
It tastes good though.
Cecil, you would know that they have a very good taste to them. They taste very good. They cook very easily, and one of them can feed up to 4 people.
I
You
don't
got a
know if
good
I
one.
like this.
No, it's fantastic.
It looks really yucky.
It tastes so good, I promise. We gotta get it away from the edge of the ship, though. We gotta get off it. We gotta.
It's got like 3 eyes on one side of it, and it's just like blinking at different times.
Yeah,
I got no problems hunting and killing and skinning things, but that's gross.
I take out a little dagger that I have, and I just kind of like slink into its head to like kill it humanely as possible.
Yep.
And then do you want to skin the fish and prep it, or do you want to save that for tomorrow? Are you?
I think everybody's in bed. Although we could eat it, just you and me, but I don't think we could finish it just the 2 of us. We could wake the laptop and he would eat it.
But he could probably eat the whole fish.
That's true. Maybe we. Well, will it be okay if we wait? Will they get? Because sometimes they don't.
Let's just cook it. Let's just cook it.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna spend another hour.
I'll take my little hunting knife that what's it called?
The Struthai gave you? Yeah.
The Struthai gave me. Yeah, and I'll start like scaling the fish.
That's a perfect tool to do this with. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, so you guys are taking another hour to do that?
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
I think we could get full portions and then like maybe cut up the other 2 portions into like
maybe
small.
We could dry it.
We could dry it. Well, I was just saying we could cut it like small so it doesn't fully feed them, but everybody gets a taste of it. But we get a full portion because it's good,
Is it though?
It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite ones.
Well, then
It's
I'm
good.
glad I caught it if it's your favorite. That's my favorite book, by the way. You didn't hear all of it because you fell asleep. But it's
I listened to a good 30 pages before.
Yeah. That's
I
the
fell
one
asleep.
my dad first picked out for my mom when they went to the library for the first time.
How many books do you have? Like on you?
On me, 6.
That's a lot of books.
I try to get new ones whenever I'm somewhere where they have books, but my mother has a library that stretches out for eternity, essentially. So I brought a few of them with me. I usually keep a few of them on me at all times.
Wow. I'm impressed. It was a good story from what I heard.
I'll let you borrow it. You can read the rest when you're not as sleepy.
Yeah. I mean,
And do you want? I won't tell you about it at the end yet. You can read it yourself.
Well, now I have to read it.
Well, I could just tell you if you would rather.
No, it's fine. I'll read it.
So I must ask, as you were preparing this fish, how are you cooking it? Do you want it to be
We're in the
fried?
mess hall where Zalath is
Do you want to
sleeping.
be do you want to be boiling it into a stew? What would you like to how do you want to prepare your fish?
I think Cecil's kind of used to like over like a little bonfire type of thing.
So,
So,
is
like,
Cleo, yeah.
Does the mess hall have like a fire stove thing?
There's a stove, yes. So I'll pull you guys down. Yes. These spell jamming.
Or like roast it like if you were trying to do s'mores over a campfire, but you didn't have a campfire, so you just turn on like the stove burner and like roast it over it.
We're making blackened flounder bits, all right?
Here's the I'm pulling you down into the mess area, and you can see there's like a little like stove area at the bottom of this area.
Perfect.
So yeah,
perfect.
you guys can fry it or get it like cooked in any way that you want.
Yeah, we're going for a nice sear.
If you all are down by me, of course you all have traveled with me for some time.
Oh yeah, I'm keeping an ear out.
I am snoring like crazy.
Yeah.
It's like white
Super
noise
loud.
to Cleo at this point, because she
Yeah.
usually sleeps in the same room as the laugh, so that's not the sound I'm worried about.
It's super loud.
I'm too focused. My mouth is watering, and that's kind of
Cleo's
a weird,
like
a weird thing
definitely
to think
getting
about.
sleepy just hearing the sound, because essentially that is her white noise. So she's like, this is his makeup be sleepy.
We're so close. We're so close to the final goal.
Okay, I was dead awake.
And this is the perfect segue as we're talking about Zalath sleeping. Zalath.
Oh no. I was joking. I'm not actually
Oh,
asleep.
no.
No.
I'm gonna change the music a little bit.
Benny Hill theme.
That's good. I like that.
Oh, this song.
Zalath, you're surrounded by darkness. You see a door open from the void ahead of you. And it just lets in that creeping light that seems to beam through. The door is silhouetted, but you can see just the crack as it opens up. And you hear, it sounds like heavy breathing. Is it coming from the left of you? You look, you see nothing but darkness. Is it coming from your right shoulder? You look and see nothing but darkness. The door, ever so slightly, creaks open some more. And it opens fully. And you can see yourself fully cast in this bright, beaming light from the doorway. You start to sweat. You tremble. Now you feel it. The breathing. The air upon the back of your neck. And you hear the voice. Raspy. Harsh. Why are you so afraid?
I just look around, and even though Zalath tried, like he says he's not afraid of anything, but as soon as he hears his voice, he starts to like shake and just basically freezes up and like can't really move. And she's kind of like looking around to see if he can see anything. He will like try and reach for one of his weapons if they're nearby, but he's just kind of like,
you feel the familiar handle of your maul within the palm of your hand to your side.
I will grip it, but he's just frozen, just like barely moving his head around to see if he can see the voice where it's coming from.
That will do you no good. It will crumble in your fear. Your strike will fall flat.
Just leave me alone. Leave me alone already.
I can't. I'm always with you. Where do you go? I go.
He just closes his eyes and you're not here. You're not here. And just keeps like mumbling to himself like over and over again. Same phrase. You're not here.
And then all of a sudden you hear the door slam shut in front of you. Your eyes jolt open. And as they do, right above you, you see these two massive red eyes out of the darkness, peering down at you. And at that instant, you wake up.
I wake up and let out the like loudest and fear like ridden scream that probably a lot of people have just
Cleo
heard.
immediately, like, she knows what's going on, so she immediately runs straight over to. She's been listening for that.
Yeah, Rayla's trancing, so she's technically conscious. So that's
You'd hear-
extremely jarring.
This
and
is a
she's gonna
very
get up and see
loud-
what's going on.
Yeah.
And as you wrestle, you do wake Zarin as well. Zarin would wake up to this.
Yeah, I'm right behind Cleo. I think.
Yeah.
I left the fish on the stove. So it's probably gonna burn.
No!
I am, since I was holding the great axe when I fell asleep, I am just holding that instead of my maul.
I think
Just like holding it tight.
I
Almost
think
like
Cleo knows how
breaking the
to
hilt.
approach. Is Zilath usually like aggressive, or is like can she just like tuck in and like hug on him?
You know, he's normally like frozen. Like he normally
Okay.
can't move and he's like shaky.
Yeah, so she'll like tuck in and like wrap her arms around his waist, which is as high as she can reach anyway.
Yeah, you guys. I guess you guys would all kind of. You guys all converging on Zalath's position? Did you all want to come, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Okay.
I'm awoken like that, I think I come running with my sword ready.
Yeah, you guys all converge where Zalath is sleeping in his bedroll, tightly gripping the great axe that he had taken from the original captain of this vessel.
Is there danger?
It's alright, Sal, it's okay. And she just like gently sort of like pats him on, come on, you're alright.
Just
That
at this point,
doesn't
like
sound
just
okay.
breathing really heavily.
Cleo will start singing, I think. I think she like sings just very softly and celestial to try and like pull him out of it.
I am sorry, I didn't mean to wake anybody up. I just had a bad dream.
It's alright.
That must have been a very bad dream.
I have them sometimes.
Yeah.
I am sorry about that.
Oh, you didn't wake me or Cleo.
We were already
up.
awake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my
Weasel,
fish!
the
I'm running,
fish!
I'm running.
Oh, that does smell good. Is that's space flounder, isn't it?
I got one.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
I,
Do you want some?
I mean, if you wouldn't mind, I'm just gonna.
If
stay
it's
here,
not
though, and
burned.
just sit here. It's fine. I'll still eat it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, just
I'll
food.
just. I'll put down. I'll put down the great axe.
Is this a distraction? Are they trying to like take the attention away from what just happened with Zalath's nightmare? Like, are they trying to like? Is this like a bait and like a look over here, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain happening?
No,
right
I think it's just so normal for
Yeah.
Cleo and Zalath at this point. Like this is a like every so often like routine, and Cecil is probably pretty used to it as well. I don't know if Cecil sleeps in the same room as them, but like it's not like it's just normal. So Cleo's just kind of like settling down like next to him to sort of comfort him. I don't think they're trying to distract. It's more distracting Zalath from being scared. Than
Yeah, I think
distracting you from
Cecil
what's
is
going on.
normally like with you guys, like sleeping in the same room if he can.
Yeah.
But he is very bad with this kind of situation, so
Right.
he just kind of like, Cleo's got it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can
very
tell that
much.
Zalath is like trying. He's not very good at hiding hiding emotions or anything like
Yeah,
that.
I am trying. I mean,
terrible
mechanically, I'm
at
trying to
hiding.
insight you, but I didn't
Yeah,
want to say I insight you.
Yeah, I don't
he's
think you
terrible
do.
at trying to hide. Like he's trying, but he's still breathing hard, still kind of shaky. He did put down the great axe, but yeah, he's. I'm still very shaken from the dream, even though I'm
Cleo's
trying to
just
act
gonna
like
like
I'm not.
tuck in and
Mhm.
snuggle up against him like a little teddy bear, like
Yeah,
just try and
he'll put
make
his
him feel better.
arm around you. Here, thank you. Well, I guess if we could all just have a meal together since
Midnight
everybody's up
snack.
now. Yeah, Space Flounder's really good if you all haven't had it. So,
Thank
Alright, guys, I think I saved it. I think I saved the flounder.
You did it! Yay, Cecil!
It's only a little bit burnt
Cecil
on one
saved the
side.
day.
Just a
Sometimes
little
it's
bit.
feather burnt.
Yeah.
Chris,
Yeah.
again, sorry for waking you all up if you were asleep.
I don't sleep. Speaking of that, I only have maybe an hour or two left until I'm done with my mental exercises, so I'm going to return to that.
I'm just gonna have like a little midnight snack,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna also go back to sleep.
I take a full portion of the flounder because I am gluttonous when it comes to my favorite
Yeah.
fish. So
That's fair. That's fair. It's like, this is my favorite food.
Either one of you, before you go to sleep, did you all want some flounder? It's very good.
I think you could have my portion.
Oh, well, thank you.
You probably need it more than me.
I have heard
I
that
am
people
quite-
sleep better on a full stomach.
I eat a lot, so.
Then take mine as well.
Oh, well, thank you.
dang, you get 2 portions of the flounder.
You little jealous.
I think 1 portion's probably enough for Cecil. I don't think he
Yeah.
generally has to eat all that much.
Right.
So
A question before I. Oh, sorry, Michael.
no, you go.
Zalath,
Yes.
do you wish for someone to watch over you while you sleep?
I usually do.
No.
I-
I don't want to. I don't. I'm fine. I thank you
That's
for the
not
offer,
true.
but
That didn't sound fine, but
That did not sound fine.
I only need 4 hours of trancing. So beyond that time, well, I usually will return to some of my studies of esoteric theories or do whatever I want. But if you want someone to watch over you and shake you out of it if it seems like you're having a bad dream, I could be convinced to do that for you.
thank you. I appreciate it. Normally Cleo is very good at that kind of thing. But if she's asleep, sure, by all means. If you want to, sure. I don't. But you know, everybody has bad dreams, so.
Mine aren't bad, usually just weird.
I normally don't remember mine.
I will say though, don't try to wake me up from them, because one of my old crewmates that tried to do that before I joined up with them, got a really hard punch to the face. I kind of like took his jaw out of the socket a little bit, and had to get that fixed. It wasn't pretty. So just fair warning.
Like instinctually, you punched for the head.
Yeah, I came out of sleep swinging basically. So I wouldn't
like
wake me up.
If I, sucked my head in and then woke you up.
You can try and dodge
Or
it,
you know,
sure.
if he tried, he would punch right above my head because he's so tall.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy was really short too compared to me, but
I could use a mage hand to wake you and stand 30 feet away.
I mean, sure, you can. I mean,
Speaking of Cecil,
Yeah.
are you
I'm very
familiar?
tired.
I understand that, but you're going to stay awake longer because I need to talk to you.
Oh.
Are you capable of? You are, from what I can tell, the only other practitioner of the arcane amongst this group. Are you familiar with mage hands? Creating a.
I've like most people I've seen have hands when they
Cecil,
cast
is she
magic.
flirting with you again?
She wants to see my hands, I guess.
Okay, I'm doing my telepathic speech and making a bond with Cecil because we're just. Do you know how to
What?
cast the spell Mage Hand?
Huh? I I'm not responding in my mind at all. No, I don't have a spell like that.
You don't have to respond out loud. You can just think about it.
Really?
Try it.
This surrender tastes really good.
Good
What
for
you get?
you.
That's what you get in your head.
Take this. And she will give him the Mage Hand scroll.
Okay. You can add that to your character sheet, Cecil.
Wonderful.
There is another one, and I know I can use it, but I do believe I saw you use it earlier today as well. Are you familiar with Hadar and his many arms?
Well, yeah. I only really use that when I'm kind of like upset or angry. So
Hmm. Then I suppose I'll keep this one for me.
because you see, the issue with that spell is I have to pay attention to where my friends are, because I've used it on accident and hurt my friends before, and that's not good. So
It's just as well I'm actually quite familiar with the Dark Hunger and gifted with blood that allows me to stop people from getting hurt by it at my choosing.
oh, that's really convenient.
Take your Mage Hand.
Well, I
Thank
you.
I cast a Mage Hand and I hand you Mage Hand. Yeah, that's it. That's how we do it. And then I go and all of this is happening and we're just staring at each other.
Are you
I'm
asking?
going upstairs, by the way.
Leo has fully fallen asleep on the lap at this point.
Are you asking me to cast this now? I can cast it now. I start reading the scroll.
No, stop. No, I use my Mage Hand to pull it away. Don't do that.
Okay.
Use it when you need it. You can't inscribe it into your book.
No.
Oh, unfortunate. Well, have it. I can cast the spell at will, so.
Okay. Thank you. I will do my best to use it at the right time.
It's very useful.
Also, are you flirting with me? Giving me this hand? Are you?
Do you want me to?
Is there an ulterior motive here? Are you?
Cecil, do you want me to be flirting with you? Because this is at least this has been brought up thrice now.
Well, I have been reading a lot of informational books, and a lot of the time, gift giving is a big deal. Side comments are also huge in a lot of situations, especially in the astrological theory book. I mean, you're checking all the boxes, so I just have to ask.
Cecil, usually the orgies come after you're indoctrinated. But if you wish for them to happen earlier, that could be arranged. But no,
Indoctrinated into what? What?
Well, I told you we could speak more. Have you ever heard of the Infinity Gate?
I've heard of gates.
This isn't just any gate.
Like, I've seen gates on a ship to hold in, cattle during transport.
Good for you. This isn't a gate for cattle.
Okay, all right.
This is a gate to power, eternal life, every ecstasy that you could think of. And you happen to be looking at a sort of shepherd or key to such a gate. And I personally would love to count you amongst our ranks. I think you'll find that the benefits of service are quite enjoyable. You do seem to love being flirted with.
Well,
So-
I see. I'm having a really hard time telling if this is all just a very elaborate flirt with me, or if you're being dead serious and you're some sort of like deity of an infinity gate. I don't understand personally. This a lot. I'm really tired. I've been fishing for 3 hours. I've spent the last hour cooking this fish, and then, now you come to me with. Are you trying to get me to sleep with you? Is this what it is? Is this what are you truly asking of me? I'm lost.
I am not a deity, though I have been worshipped. And no, I wasn't trying to get you to sleep with me, more asking you to consider an alternate source of power. You did mention that you were looking for a new one. I might be able to help. And again,
there
the
some
orgies
sort of
are the orgies are a
contract?
side benefit. It could be a contract.
Well, I see. So one thing I learned, because of my current deity, is that you have to read contracts very thoroughly, because technically I've broken mine, and that's kind of not good. So I can't say like yes to joining yours because I haven't read the contract. And
Would you
I
like
was
some
also
would you like some practice reading to get started?
I maybe. Well,
Okay, so here's the thing. I've been fucking waiting to give someone this. So, for my background, I have a scroll case and it's stuffed full of notes for my studies or prayers. Okay, so I give you a piece of paper, and this is like this is like reading one of the Hermaeus Mora books in Skyrim. Like, you look at this piece of paper, and it's like there's MC Escher type drawings going on, and there's like text in every direction. And as you look at it, like it moves. Like it's the inscription is like, if you've ever read the book Annihilation, not seen the movie, but where like it gives you the description of what like the creature is writing in the tower, where it's just like an unending like prayer, and it makes no sense. But yeah, I'm basically giving you a fucking Hermaeus Mora book page.
okay.
You can read that later.
All right. Yeah, I definitely should probably sleep before I try to read this because this seems like a lot. Also, I was told you should always get somebody to proofread, so I might have to talk to Cleo about.
You don't need to
Proofreading
show
it.
that to Cleo. She doesn't need to proofread it. It's already written. Proofreading is for something in progress.
Oh,
This is
wait.
complete.
I didn't know that.
Proofreading is for the editing process when something isn't finished. Sometimes it's hard to notice your own mistakes, not that I make any of those. So you seek out another pair of eyes, but this is already perfection. Cleo doesn't need to see it.
I mean,
And in fact,
you make a fair argument. I think I just had the
Cecil.
word wrong, so I'm probably just going to
Cecil.
read it myself now.
Cecil, I put my hands on either side of your plasmoid face. I think you should keep this between you and I. It'll be our little secret.
Cecil's very flustered as you touch his face, so he turns into a plasmoid puddle.
Got him. Think about it.
Yep, I will.
Okay, cool. Back to the long rest.
And long rest you all achieve.
Yay!
As you continue on your journey. And as you all come to, you notice that your spacefaring vessel begins to slow its course. The misty veil of wild space begins to separate and drift aside like a cool fog rising from a calm lake. Bright lights and shimmering sparkles catch your eye from a large asteroid just ahead of you. Upon it, a vast city of the stars. This must be the Rock of Brawl. And that's where we're going to end this episode of Spelljammer Lost Divinity.